always have so much fucking hair on me. God damn it.
Ha! Hell yeah! You're watching The Dusty Show! Let's fucking do it!
Oh, yeah, motherfucker! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest show, goddammit, that ever existed! And if you stayed up all weekend making weird bespoke porn with AI, let me hear you say it! Just me? Woo! Hell yeah! Welcome to the world's greatest show, everybody. I'm your host, Dusty Smith, and hype the fuck up! Mr. Friday show, so I am well rested. Had a good excuse. It wasn't porn. It wasn't porn. Okay, it wasn't just porn. So, hey guys, what's been going on? I've been fasting, no food for like a week now. And kind of weak. I was kind of weak. You might be thinking, hey, Dusty, why are you fasting? You are the peak of health. God damn it. We all wish we looked like you, and I feel you on that one. But here's the thing. Like, okay, like, I'm not, like, fat or anything. Like, compared to most people in Mississippi, I'm thin as shit. I'm, like, in the 90th percentile, especially men my own age. God damn it, that's the case, but I ain't exactly fucking thin. I got these big old fucking saddlebags, look like a fat-ass horse carrying fat on the side. It just looks terrible. And I like wearing, like, T-shirts. I don't want my fucking saddlebags, so here's what I do to combat it, y'all. All right, this is my game. I've been doing this for a while, so basically, I eat whatever the fuck I want to all year long. I don't go crazy or nothing. I don't eat like cake and ice cream every meal or nothing. But I do occasionally have cake and ice cream. I eat burgers whenever I want to, fries whenever I want to. And then once a year, I fast for like 3 weeks and drop like 20 pounds. And then I just eat whatever I want to for the rest of the year. It's crazy, but it works. So that's what I'm doing. I'm fasting right now. So it sucks. But it's actually been pretty easy, to be honest with you. It's been way easier than I thought it was going to be. Weird thing about fasting is, like, after you get past the initial hunger, the first couple of days, like, your body just kind of shuts it down. You're not hungry anymore. So, pretty cool. And also, I told you guys before, I got accepted into some festivals for my TV pilot episode, Simulation Theory. And I figured it was just a scam, y'all, to be honest with you. Right? So there's a site called Festival something or other. Anyway, it's the whole big site where all these people put on festivals for different TV shows and movies and stuff. And you can go submit your video for the festivals. There's all kinds of them on there. And so I got a guy to pick out the best ones for me. And it costs a little bit, like $10-20 to submit your video for them to watch. And I thought, well, you know, I spent, you guys have no idea how much I worked on that Simulation Theory. It was like 1,000 hours. It was just so much work. And nobody watched it, which I figured they wouldn't watch it. It wasn't the point. The point was I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it, so I did it. I figured you did it, so you might as well send out the festivals and stuff. But I figured that they were just scams and shit. The whole point is just trying to get your $10-20 or whatever it is. And I was right. One of them accepted me, and they put my video up on their website. It did not even get one like, not one fucking view. So what you got to do? I got scammed. It's all cool, you know. Sometimes you got to pay for an education. You know, I paid for a lot of educations in my life. I remember one time when I was like 22 years old, back when I had money, back in the porn days. I had this big old house, and I had insurance on the house, and the garbage disposal did not fucking work. And I looked it up. How much are garbage disposals? Oh, man, they're like $300. And my deductible was like $100. And I was like, all right, well, call somebody. You know, call them in. You only pay $100. So the plumber came in, and he took a plunger. He plunged the top of my sink twice, turned it on, it started working. $100 for that. I learned a valuable lesson that day, folks. And sometimes you got to pay for stupidity. Stupidity is expensive, so what you got to do? Live and learn. As long as you learn from it, it's not wasted. Didn't throw that money away. That's the way you got to look at life. All right, let's go get a show, folks. Got a big one. Got a huge show for you guys. All kinds of shit happened. I actually had a full show for you guys Friday, and I was like, I'm tired. I ain't eat nothing in 3 days. I'm a weak bitch. I didn't do it. I'm sorry. I'm lame. But tonight, I brought the fucking goods, so let's goddamn do it. And next step, oh, yeah. I know what's wrong with my hair, folks. The fuck's going on with it? It's all good. Don't worry about it. All right, let's go kick it off, folks. As always, Super Chats. They finally fixed the chat so I can show you guys this time. Only took Google a couple weeks to do it. Light Brother Show Super Chats, no questions dodged. Every question answered on the Super Chat. Over here behind me, you'll see a $sign by the chat. You click it. Donate money. The more you donate, the more serious I take your questions. I might even read you sexy if you donate red numbers, because I'm a hoe for the red. Do it to it. All right, let's go get the motherfucking show off. Start you guys off with a little bit of war. God damn it, where is it? War. Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely. War never changes, motherfucker, and I guess it never will in this country because every week it's the goddamn same thing. Living in Groundhog Day, crazy time. So Iran issued their list of demands before reopening the Strait of Hormuz, and they're like, oh, man, we want all kinds of shit. So basically, it's pretty clear what they decided. They ain't budging. They know that they're never going to get these demands, so they're just going to demand crazy shit they're never going to get, so the war never ends. And apparently it's never gonna. So basically they want war reparations, never going to happen. Withdraw U.S. military into attacks with Iran allies from Israel, which is never going to happen. Israel's never going to let that happen anyway. So next thing you know, they like, hey, we're not even negotiating with Donald Trump anymore. And why would they? I've told you guys this repeatedly. We're not a country of honor anymore. Donald Trump's word doesn't mean anything. Why would anybody negotiate anything with him? It's a complete waste of fucking time. Everybody knows that. You know, he goes, makes all these business deals with other countries, and then they fart in the wrong directions. 100% more tariffs. I don't care what our deal was. So no reason. It's not worth the piece of paper it's written on. So they're like, breaking Iran has completely ruled out any future negotiations with the Trump administration, declaring it will wait out Donald Trump's term until January 20th, 2029. Might be waiting a long time if he decides not to leave. Per Iranian outlets and Galibov advisor Post, Trump will not reach an agreement with us. We will accompany him until his term ends, said Majid Shariki. The path to victory is neither fighting nor a deal. It is managing the process of neither war nor peace. Up to the point of victory, publicly confirming negotiations with the U.S. is sheer folly. The winning approach is denial, ambiguity, and strategic patience. And damn, when they're right, they're right. And no reason to negotiate with the orange goof, right? And Trump, he's like, I know you are, but what am I? I'm rubber, you're glue. He's like, I see the representatives of the Islamic Republic of Iran are asking for compensation for the damage. Now, I'm asking for compensation. How about that? You pay me. How about that? So, no, he's asking for compensation for everybody Iran has ever killed. So, I don't know. Maybe somebody should ask for compensation for everybody America has ever killed. We're already like $40 trillion in debt. So, maybe no blood from that stone. Meanwhile, Trump now claiming he's waiting out Iran economically, so both sides apparently have the same game plan. Donald Trump just copying them. So forever war, yeah, forever war, I guess. Not going to end anytime soon, according to both of them. We are low-keying it, says Trump. It'll work out. It always works out, only if you're playing along at home. It doesn't. It's not. It's awful. Which slides us right in to our next category. It's time for some economy.
It's the economy, stupid!
And first up, woo, on the economy, stupid. Oil up another 5% today alone. 5%. This says 1.7%, but it's already changed since earlier. It was 5% today. Trust me, okay? I wouldn't lie to you. I got an honest face. So if you're keeping track at home, up 43% since January alone, year to date. So bad. The one thing that's going to drive inflation up, the one thing that everything depends on, gas, 40%. So yes, the worst thing America could do at the worst possible time. We already couldn't afford shit. So yeah, hey, America for some reason decided to die. So here you go, America. What can you say? Can't help you. Can't help you, America. Too stupid to exist. And here we go. Labor Department economy lost 23,000 jobs in July. Remember last year when the economy was losing jobs and it was terrible? And they were like, 2026, summer, it's going to be gangbusters. You ain't never going to see like it. The golden age, just give us another year. And here we are. And now they're saying, next year, but they're making money hand over fist. So what do they care, folks? They don't have any respect for us, and neither do I. Friday, July jobs report showed the U.S. labor market shed jobs from the previous month. The government reported a decline of 23,000 jobs versus 80,000 job gains forecast. So they thought they were going to get 80,000, lost 23,000. So bad. But you might be wondering, why are we losing all these jobs? Is the economy poor? No. Things have never been better. The fact that we lost 23,000 jobs is good, actually, if you think about it. The real problem? Winter. Winter was so cold. It was the winter that caused the job losses, y'all.
We're seeing.
Well, 50,000 fewer government jobs. Did the Doge savings have anything to do with that?
There was some of that, but it was also one of these weird seasonal things where, because there was a lot of snow in the winter, a lot of schools had to stay open longer to make up for the snow days, and so the teachers got laid off in July instead of the end of June. It's one of those weird things.
How about AI?
Yeah, it was the teachers. It was the fucking teachers in the snow. Everything's going great, everybody. I know I told you that in this quarter of 2026, we was going to be doing 4% GDP and jobs are all the chart, but I didn't realize it was going to snow in the winter. So it ain't not my fault. And you know who's really responsible for the snow? Joe Biden. Joe Biden did nothing to combat the fucking snow when he was president. So I'm just saying, not our fault, everybody. It's the teachers who are to blame. Meanwhile, Dan Crenshaw doing his best. Let them eat cake. It's the Let Them Eat Cake administration. Of course, this guy's not even in office anymore, but he got rich being a senator, so now he got to be a conservative dickhead. That's what they're all like. I don't know if you guys have heard about burrito cake, but apparently somebody put a post out. I'm pretty sure they were probably talking about Chipotle. Chipotle good as fuck, but too expensive now. Burrito like $20 at Chipotle. Back when I was going to Chipotle in Denver, $12 all day. But hell, not inflation, a bitch. So now nobody can afford Chipotle anymore. They's like $20 for Chipotle. Ridiculous. Well, Dan Crenshaw wants you poors to shut the fuck up. When Jack says, okay, I'm sorry for... No, first he said, just hearing about this dumb $20 burrito debate. So just thought I'd make the losers on social media angry before going to bed. That's very Christian of you. This is really the only thing on their mind at all times. Who can I upset? The words of Jesus are, turn your cheek, love your enemy, be nice to your neighbor. Who can I upset today? Because the fakest thing in the world is a goddamn Christian. Stop whining. Get a job. Eat ramen like the rest of us. Yep, that's where we're at now, folks. It's going to be a golden age if you vote for Trump. And now we're eat ramen, poors. Shut the fuck up. Eat ramen like the rest of us did in college on a budget with 4 roommates. Only like I'm 51. I don't want to eat ramen no more, motherfucker. I've had my ramen days. The market doesn't care what you think someone should cost. Only communists care. They set prices, remember? And of course, back in 2021, Dan Crenshaw, America, our food prices are too high. What are you doing about inflation? Biden administration, just be vegan and stop complaining, you bunch of rubes. But now, just to show you, he never gave a shit about any of this. He never gave a shit about inflation and the cost of things. It was all political. It was all about his fucking team. Now it's, shut the fuck up. And then he got called out. He got 4,500 likes, but 9.2 thousand comments, got ratio to hell and back. So, of course, like every other goddamn douchebag on the earth, he can't admit that he's wrong. He can't just own up to it. He has to double down because he's fucking insufferable. Okay, I'm sorry for triggering the comment section. Of course, the world is objectively harder than ever. And while a $20 burrito is rare, the fact that it exists anywhere is obviously proof that capitalism has failed. LOL, just kidding. Remember when the right had print? Shut the fuck up. God, I wish somebody would stab him in his other eye. Fuck both of his eye holes. Fuck you, you sorry piece of shit. You got yours, didn't you? You rich. So fucking out of touch, you have no idea what any of the rest of us are going through. Damn it. Why couldn't you have died instead of just lost a fucking eye? Jesus Christ. Anyway, literally insufferable. This motherfucker. Meanwhile, Dan Crenshaw, I don't know if you noticed or not, but shit expensive as fuck. $20 for 10 pounds of hamburger in 2020. $60 in 2026. Tripled. It's tripled. So this is not us whining and bitching. This is literally you guys running every fucking thing into the ground when we can't even fucking to afford to live. But you're so rich, you don't give a shit. So let me ask you, one-eyed jack of shit, what do you think this is going to lead to? Now, I ain't calling for violence, but when you put your boot on the throat of people and they can't survive and they can't feed their families and you're fucking mocking them, what do you think it's going to lead to? Have you ever observed history and seen where this type of thing goes? Do you really want to be hung up by the lamppost by your fucking ankles? Is that what you really want? I don't want that. I'm just saying, I don't want that for you. I'm just saying, this is where the attitude leads, motherfucker. But you're obviously too dumb to have any self-preservation, so whatever happens, happens. And yeah, let them eat cake. I stole all the pictures from tonight's thumbnail. It didn't want to do shit, AI. And then some douchebag got on my Twitter, Facebook before I got on my show. Dusty, I love you, but I can't stand that. So this is what people do when they're trying to guilt you into doing what they want you to do. I've always been a big fan, but I love you, but would you just die? Don't even finish that sentence, okay? If you love me, then shut the fuck up. All right, I do what I want to do, not what you want me to do. Anyway, don't get me started. I'm going to get out. Anyway, beef. Well, everything up in price, $17.44. Can't even afford steak anymore. They told you that liberals were going to take your steak, and they took it from you. Meanwhile, as Owen Troyer says, we've gone from golden age to shut up and eat ramen and refried beans real fast, and that was with minimal pushback. Yep, because there's nothing faker than a conservative. There's nothing faker than a Christian. They don't believe anything they say. No reason you should either. I love you, but... Middle fingers. Okay, look, I ain't trying to be mean, but like I've made content for 20 years for fucking free. I don't owe you anything, okay? I don't owe you making the kind of content you want me to make for you. It's infuriating. People act like because they're a fan of mine, it means that I owe them something. No, I don't. If anything, you owe me something for entertaining you for free for 20 years. Meanwhile, Bassett wants you guys to know, Lovey. And then Lovey, I went out and told them that the gap between the rich and the poor is over, Lovey. Yeah, never been worse. But Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent wants you guys to know, I got sick of hearing about this K-shaped economy. I can say here definitively the K-shaped economy is over, but it ain't. It ain't. Lies, damnable lies, right? Make hamburger steak and throw some egg one on it. That sounds, I don't really like hamburgers. I don't eat too much meat, so I don't even like that. But whatever works for you, still, it should be cheaper, right? Back in the day, could afford steak every week if you wanted it. I remember in fucking high school, y'all, I used to leave during last period was study. Why the fuck is that even a period? So basically sleep periods, I would just leave every day early. And sometimes I would go to Western Sizzling, and I would save up my lunch money for a couple of days, and I would buy me a steak. And even at 16, I could afford steak a couple times a week. Not anymore, baby. I'm old. I remember when Coke was a quarter. Don't test me. Meanwhile, Trump's agriculture secretary out there saying that apparently food prices are going in the right direction.
Over the last year and a half, we're at about 3%, which aligns with the national average. So all in, we're actually aligned with that national average. And you're right, eggs are actually down way more than I think you said 17%. I think they're actually down about 90%. Berries are down, okay. Fruits are down, chicken breasts are down, but there are some outliers.
When they say down, they mean down from all-time highs, not down from like when Biden left office. So even that's a lie. It's like, oh, gas prices are down in the last 20 minutes. And then when they go up another $10 the next 20 minutes and they don't talk about that, and then they go down another $3, gas prices are down $3.
One of those is beef. Having said that, our cost today of ground beef is actually down from where it was 6 months ago. So we're trending in the right direction. But the president is over the last...
So lest you think they're going to fix this problem, no. Okay, to fix a problem, you have to admit there is a problem. That's the first step. If you can't even admit the problem exists, then you definitely will never fucking fix it. So it looks like the war with Iran is going to go on. Looks like they have no intention of fixing anything. They don't give a shit. They're making so much money. They don't seem to be worried about it anymore. Meanwhile, they think you're stupid, and I mean, you're not stupid, but America's definitely fucking stupid. This country, lowest common denominator. Now they got Ram Schmarmy over there on Fox News telling people that electricity about to be free because of Donald Trump, even though it's gone up, 30, 40%? My bill, $350 fucking a month. It's skyrocketing, but just stick in there, dickheads. About to be free for y'all.
Markets. Look at the energy policies, including under the Trump administration, producing more energy, oil, gas, and now nuclear energy in our country at a pace we have not seen in history. Eventually, electricity and power are going to be free in this country if we continue on that track.
It's going to be free. If there's one thing I know about capitalism, it's how much free shit they give away. Haven't they given away so much free shit under capitalism? Woo, I can't wait. I believe him. If there's one guy who's completely trustworthy, it's Ram Smarmy. Just Jesus. Old folks are so stupid. Why can't they just die? Meanwhile, True Social loses $238 million in the second quarter. They lost a couple $100 million in the first quarter, but as I told you guys, last time they lost $200 million, making money is not the point of True Social. Okay, it's money laundering. That's the point of True Social. So, working as intended, Donald Trump's still making billions of dollars off of it. It's like some kind of crypto scam now. So, and also they're selling $100,000 for his early post for insider trading and shit. So, and you're gonna be shocked, but a data center deal came after a firm gave Trump $50 million. Just hard to believe how much money this guy's making. It's crazy, dudes. The Japanese tech giant SoftBank Group gave $50 million to Donald Trump Presidential Library in January 2026, 2 months before the Trump administration approved a federal land lease that will allow the firm to build what could become the world's largest artificial intelligence data center. I'm sure those two things are not connected in any way. Although the $50 million gift was reported earlier this year, its timing around the land lease deal remained unknown. Yeah, I'm sure there's nothing to see. Meanwhile, records show Trump committed mortgage fraud. Remember when he was out there accusing everybody else of doing exactly this? Well, here's how he knew it was illegal. Because he was doing it himself, of course. For months, the Trump administration has been accusing its political enemies of mortgage fraud for claiming more than one primary residence. President Donald Trump branded one foe who did so deceitful and potentially criminal. He called another crooked on True Social and pushed the attorney general to take action. But years earlier, Trump did the very thing he's accusing his enemies of, records show. In 1993, Trump signed a mortgage for a Bermuda-style home in Palm Beach, Florida, pledging that it would be his principal residence. Just 7 weeks later, he got another mortgage for a 7-bedroom marble-floored neighboring property, attesting that it too would be his principal residence. In reality, Trump then, a New Yorker, does not appear to have lived in either home. But tax fraud, baby, that's what it's all about. And now he's going to be tax exempt, I guess. The first human in America to be tax exempt. So, God damn it. I hate him, but I'm also sort of impressed. I can't help it. I can't help but to be impressed with the level of crime this guy does. He is just wiping his dick all over our faces, and I don't want it to. I'm like, get your dirty mushroom dick away from my face, Donald Trump. But, like, I can't stop him. I can't stop him. So what you got to do? I just got to take the dirty mushroom dick. Trump made $60 million via foreign licenses in 2025. Yeah, remember when Jimmy Carter sold his peanut farm? President Donald Trump's foreign real estate license businesses boomed during his first year back in office, generating $60 million. Hey, that's definitely not unusual, I guess, for the president. Meanwhile, Trump took $100 million from accused money laundering. So how much money is just in 3 stories already made $200 million? During the World Cup soccer final in New Jersey last month, Zach Witkoff, a co-founder of President Trump's cryptocurrency company, took in the action from a luxury suite. Joining him was a man who had made the president and all the company's co-founders much richer. 2 years earlier, the man, Garin Bobby Zhao, was a failed hardwood floor retailer in Britain who had come under investigation there for money laundering and presided over the collapse of a small crypto startup. Somehow this guy, who is a hardware flooring retail, got $100 million from somewhere. Then seemingly out of nowhere, he became one of the biggest buyers of tokens for Mr. Trump's companies, World Liberty Financial, dropping a total of $100 million through a new firm called Aqua One. Under World Liberty policy, as much as $75 million of that money was distributed to a company controlled by the president and his son. So, yeah, just crazy, folks. All their crime right in the open. Here's another one. Donald Trump admitting that the laws don't apply to him. So you guys know how super PACs work. Super PACs are supposed to be run by private individual companies with boards and shit, and they're supposed to have no relationship whatsoever with the politician they're supporting. Supposedly, so the politicians can't get around the financial laws. But of course, Donald Trump just giving the game away. Obviously, the whole thing's always a scam. Obviously, you set a super PAC up for a politician. They have direct influence over where the money goes. And here he is admitting it.
Do you, MAGA Inc., the super PAC that your allies control, has a lot of money and a lot of people?
Not my allies. I control it.
Okay. You and your allies.
$800 million.
Are you going to spend it?
It's funny. Nobody ever, of course, I'm going to do.
You're going to spend it in the midterms.
I could spend it on pretty much anything I want. I'm going to spend it I'm going to help Republicans.
Yeah, everything he said here, everything he said is just a crime. He's just admitting to crimes. Yes, it's admission of a crime, by the way. Super PACs could not coordinate with candidates, but it doesn't matter anymore, folks. No laws anymore if you're a Republican. Trump definitely above the laws, so this is why we have to get money out of politics, folks. We don't even have a democracy, to be honest with you. As long as they can buy our elections with money, just like justice, democracy is a fantasy they tell all of us so we don't riot in the fucking streets. Meanwhile, J.D. Vance, once again, they just shitting in our mouth and telling us it's pumpkin pie. The most corrupt administration of all time.
To be exploited for fraud.
Well, we don't have to guess. They're telling us that they want to fight against our anti-fraud effort. They see our anti-fraud effort as racist or as xenophobic. And my attitude is, I don't care where you came from. I don't care what your name is. If you are committing fraud against the American people, all of us in public leadership should be trying to stop it and try to throw you in prison for enriching yourself off the American taxpayer.
Man, I will literally vote for any motherfucker. Your only platform needs to be, I'm going to hire a team of forensic accountants. I'm going to hire the best agents in the fucking world. I'm going to spend $1 trillion. And our only job is to put every one of these motherfuckers into jail. I don't even care if they did anything. Find something. Track down every fucking penny they have and seize it. Anybody that says that, you got my vote. Of course, nobody will actually fucking do it. They might say they're going to do it, but they won't fucking do it. Meanwhile, Trump's claim that the BBC harmed his business. So Donald Trump, I told you guys this. So basically, he threatened a bunch of law firms in the United States. Extortion. So he got like $2 billion worth of legal services. So he can just sue anybody he wants to for fucking free as a sport. So he's decided to sue the BBC. I think he got it confused with his porn watches or something. Anyway, he basically is like, you guys put up some footage of my exact words from January 6th, and it made me look like a psychopath who was trying to overthrow the government, and I don't like it when people tell the truth about me, so I'm suing you for like $2 billion because you guys, $10 billion because you guys harmed my business and made me lose a bunch of money, and so the BBC was like, okay, show us your business records and prove that we harmed your business, but they didn't because he made like $5 billion already, which is like 10 times what he made last year. He's only accelerated as well, so it's a lie. So immediately, of course, he's like, nah, just kidding. So Donald Trump has dropped his claim that the BBC caused financial harm to his business as part of the $10 billion lawsuit. So what else are you suing for? Why is the lawsuit continuing if you didn't receive any financial penalty? But we know why. He's just trying to intimidate people, make it financially costly to tell the truth about him, to stifle free speech. Meanwhile, a direct fucking death threat from Laura Loomer here. There's no other way to interpret this, folks. Laura Loomer says, one of these days, Hassan Piker is going to talk shit to the wrong person. And then I'm going to make that person a give, send, go. So the crazy thing about this is, not like Hassan goes out and talks shit to people. What is he talking about? Hassan actually a real nice guy in public. He doesn't go out and do like Chud the Builder where he calls people names and tries to instigate shit. Never does that. But literally, she's just making this up that he instigates things because she's literally calling on one of her viewers to murder Hassan Piker. She's literally telling them, hey, if you do it, not only will you be a hero, but I will donate money to you. This is a paid hit on a major social media website. That's exactly what is happening here. But hey, this is the left that's violent, y'all, and nothing will happen. No suspensions, zero, because there's a different set of the rules now, folks. Meanwhile, Department of Homeland Security spending $2.2 billion on 4 more ICE gulags. The Trump administration's new strategy of purchasing privately owned detention centers has already flooded one company with cash, and it's worrying immigration advocates that it will upend local oversight efforts. But we already know how this works. How to explain this scam. So basically, there's a lot of buildings that have been empty for a long time, and Trump's rich donor buddies can't get rid of the buildings. So ICE comes in and buys them for 50% more than they're worth and pays off Trump's buddies. And then later on, ICE sells them for a fucking loss. And they just stick the taxpayers for that bill, right? That's how all this works. They've been caught doing this time and time again. And another $2.2 billion gone from the biggest suckers and losers on the planet, the American taxpayers. Meanwhile, more corruption directly in your face. So they already bribed Melania Trump, Donald Trump, $40 million for this documentary they did with Melania Trump. They paid $40 million for it. They did another $40 million in advertising, and it made $17 million. So they already lost about $60 million. But of course, making money wasn't the point of any of this. They want to bribe Donald Trump, and by just giving money directly to his wife, that's an easy way to bribe him, right? An easy legal way to do it right out in public without getting in trouble. And so making money's not the point. The bribe is the point. So now they're bribing them even more. Amazon going to give her another fucking documentary series, even though they lost $60 million in the first one. Nobody watched it. For Melania Trump, a flop isn't a reason to give up, despite the disappointing results of her first documentary, Melania, which reportedly grossed just under $17 million, while Amazon MGM Studios reportedly spent nearly $75 million. The First Lady has decided to try again. This time, it's a multi-episode documentary series expected to premiere on Prime Video next fall. Anyway, more millions and millions of dollars they're going to give her for this, and why not, right? Nobody cares about Melania. She's the least interesting first lady ever. She seems like a cold fish. And yes, she got this very fake accent. She got the fake accent. I don't know why she do it. She been in America for like 20 years and she speak English, but she want to pretend like she don't for some reason. I don't know why, but I guess it's working for the most successful sex worker of all time. Sex work is real work, so I guess I should be impressed. Meanwhile, New York Times says Trump plans to keep 2 Air Force One planes. You guys remember when he was defending the bribe Qatar was giving him? They gave him a free $400 million plane. They've now put $1 billion into it. So it's $1.4 billion plane now. But they gave him a $4 million plane, and he was like, it's not for me. The plane is for the country. I would be stupid not to take this plane for the whole country. They love America. They just want to give it to the country. And I was like, he's keeping that airplane. You guys know this, right? This is not for the country. He's keeping it. And then he was like, yes, I'm keeping it, but I'm going to use it as a display in my Trump hotel. I'm not going to fly around in it. I'm going to use it as a display, a $1.4 billion display. Well, it turns out also that was a lie. So not only is he keeping the $1.4 billion plane as his personal plane, he's going to keep another $1 billion Air Force One jet as a display in his hotel that also is being built for free. When Qatar donated a Boeing jet for use as a temporary Air Force One, President Trump said the luxury plane would come with him when he left office, but only as a display at his presidential library. Those plans appear to have changed. Early this week, Mr. Trump's son, Eric, who is heavily involved with developing the library, told NBC News in a text message that it was not the plan at the moment to bring the Qatari jet to the library. One person with knowledge of the discussion said that Mr. Trump had been considering decommissioning one of the other Air Force One jets to display in the library. So, woo! Hell yeah, man. I'm just impressed once again. Just stealing everything that's not fucking nailed down. It's amazing to watch, right? It's amazing. Meanwhile, Trump paying another firm. This is the fifth one. So he's paying a firm $1.2 billion of taxpayer money not to build a wind farm. We're paying $1 billion not to do something, because our president just hates wind for no reason, because they built a windmill next to a golf course one time. And so now we can't have windmills anymore. In fact, we'll literally pay $1.2 billion not to have it of our taxpayer dollars. So when they tell you they don't have money for education or healthcare or anything else, they have $1 billion to give away for nothing. They just don't have it for fucking you. And once again, the 5th time he's done this. how can you not look at our society and think it's worthless? How can you not root for its fucking collapse, right? Meanwhile, Darlene Graham knows just what it takes to struggle. Oh my God, rich-ass Darlene Graham, who, brother, is a multimillionaire. You know this fucking cunt. Yeah, I said it. Ain't never struggled in her life, but apparently she's reading the tea leaves and seeing that the affordability issue is winning points with constituents, even though Donald Trump himself said this issue is a hoax. She ain't listening.
About 24 hours. I know you've talked a lot about affordability. You've talked about high prices at the grocery store. How will you actually tackle this problem, and why did you decide to make this your platform?
Okay, here's your chance. So before I play this woman has no political experience whatsoever. She only has our seat because she's Lindsey Graham's sister, and we live in a weird Roman system where you can just give seats away to your fucking relatives for some reason. It's crazy. Anyway, here's your chance. What is your plan to help poor people and help with affordability?
Well, like most South Carolinians, I struggle too. You know, when I go shopping, I'm a bargain shopper. If the steak's not on sale, I don't buy it that week. I look for the buy one, get one free sale. So I think, like most South Carolinians, I live the struggles here too.
What's your plan?
And, you know, we have to get the economy booming and cut government spending in order to get the prices down.
Yeah, woo! What a plan, folks! We just got to make things better. That's my plan. We just gonna do it. We just gotta do it, folks. You know what our problem is? We ain't doing it. So I got a major plan now. We gonna do it. But how are you gonna do it? Oh, we just gonna do it. We just, by doing, just don't fucking worry about it. That's all. I'm Lindsey Graham's sister, y'all. Just fuck everything about this. Just so stupid. God damn it. Ah, so frustrating to watch this country devolve into this. Meanwhile, apparently they just gave her Lindsey Graham's PAC money. What the shit is it? Lindsey Graham, Darlene Graham inherits Lindsey Graham federal PAC. That's not how this is supposed to work. They gave this money to Lindsey Graham and the Republican Party, and now she can just take the money because she's his sister? This can't be legal. There's little official guidance from the FCC specifically addressing the transfer of a leadership PAC after the death of its sponsoring lawmaker. In practice, most leadership PACs associated with deceased or retired lawmakers are eventually wound down and terminated rather than transferred to another politician. Yep, hey, rules don't apply anymore, folks. We live in a fiefdom, and you are ruled. You have no say-so in the matter. Meanwhile, speaking of which, democracy doesn't actually exist. It's a fantasy, we are told. Case in point, Elon Musk spending $1.5 million in a small Alaskan race in order to appeal Alaska's voting system. He doesn't like the ranked choice because it's good for the citizens. It makes it harder for rich people just to buy up our elections. And he can no have that, folks. So just like more money than anybody else could pour in, like the entire people of that community couldn't raise $1.5 million in this tough economy. So he can literally just buy people's votes, right? And he can do this all over the country. One man can influence the politics nation fucking wide. And if one man can do that, we don't actually have democracy. His votes counts 10 billion times more than ours does. He decides who our president is. He decides who our fucking elected representatives are, right? And it won't change until we get rid of Citizens United, make it illegal to fucking spend, get rid of all these super PACs. Donald Trump just showed you the separation doesn't work. It's a fiction. Meanwhile, here's how American capitalism works, folks. Just spotted upwards of 500 Waymo OJ today in Mesa, Arizona. These are produced by Chinese automaker Zeekr of the Geely Holding Group. And you might be asking yourself, wait a minute. So Waymo has a bunch of Chinese vehicles in this country that they're using as cabs on our street, yet American citizens are not allowed to buy the same Chinese vehicles, even though they're less expensive, even though they're better, even though they're less maintenance. A big corporation gets to do so, but the American people are not allowed to do so. Yeah, that's America, baby. So they ban Chinese electrical vehicles in the USA, but they allow Waymo to import them and use their cheaper electrical cars as exorbitant taxi services. Meanwhile, the Americans don't get to buy cheaper electric vehicles. Peak capitalism. Yep, that's what Elon Musk gets in return for his giant donations. That's why he became the first trillionaire. I know he's not anymore, but that's why, folks. Capitalism is not about competition. It's about eliminating your competition so you can make the big fucking bucks, and God damn it, they're good at it. Meanwhile, over there on MSN now, President Trump wants to have his family immune from taxes, basically. They say just from auditing, but obviously if you can't be audited, why would you ever pay taxes again? You wouldn't. That's the whole point. Anyway, they asking a bunch of weepy-ass Trump supporters who are crying about it on the street.
President Trump promised no new foreign wars. He promised to bring down prices. Both of those things aren't happening right now. How are you feeling about your support for him?
He's just a man with money, and therefore it makes him powerful. Money talks louder than, honestly, a whole group of people, sadly. But my view of him went down. I'm not a big fan anymore.
Why?
Like I said, he's got money, so he thinks he's got all the power. He thinks he can make the...
Yeah, finally, Trump's got some money. So finally, I'm starting to realize what a dickhead he is.
Decisions of going to war, and he doesn't feel the repercussion because of it. We do.
Does the war feel worth it?
I mean, at this point, no. But I mean, it's not going to stop. So...
Is, there any benefit to your life because of this war?
No, not really. Gas prices go up, store prices go up, everything goes up.
President Trump is also pushing so that his family is immune from IRS tax audits. They can't be audited. It looks like it may go forward.
Yeah, no. That, pardon my language. No. What? That's not cool. How does he get to do that and we don't?
Oh, how does he get to do it? Because you voted for him, dickhead.
No.
Like, the only joy I get in all this is at least you're fucking suffering, too. Hey, but think of all the trans people you own while you eat your cat food. Hey, you're never going to be... You fucking loser, you're never getting a house. You're renting for fucking ever. You're making somebody else rich forever. You're never getting out of your shitty menial job. You're going to work in your cubicle until you're 50 years old, my age, and then you're going to drop dead of a fucking heart attack, having achieved nothing, having earned nothing, having saved nothing, having been nothing. But hey, think of all those trans people you fucked over, even though you didn't know any. Even though you didn't know any, they had no fucking effect on your life anyway. But hey, you did it, and whoa, baby, whoa! I'm going crazy, a little bit crazy. These motherfuckers drive me crazy right with them. Meanwhile, more tears from MAGA.
Does America feel great again?
No, not at all. Well, I can get laid off tomorrow, then I'm pretty much homeless. Because, you can't save now. Every dollar you have has to go to gas, groceries, bills, rent.
Does America feel great again?
Not in the way everyone wanted, with gas prices and...
I didn't realize I was going to be hurt. I thought he was just going to hurt brown people. I didn't realize it was me and my daughter going to be hurt.
You just can't afford to breathe at this point.
What does it feel like to be living in these conditions right now, in these economic conditions right now?
Hurt, very hurt. I try to do... Sorry, I cried. I try to do a lot for my kids, and I can't do much.
Why?
It's hard, especially as a father.
So anyway, fuck all these people. Too little, too late, dipshits. God hate, I hate them folks, but what you gonna do? Hey, I have a happy life otherwise, I'm just saying. I'm not a bitter old man. I just hate these motherfuckers and hope they die brutally. And that dovetails right into the next section, the Socialist Revolution. But hey, folks, please consider super chatting me. It's light as fuck tonight. Super light. How many I got? I only got a couple. And so that's bad. I don't have any ads on the show, folks. I don't allow any sponsors. The only way I make money is if you guys super chat me. If you enjoy what I do, please kick up a couple bucks to your Witcher. Even though my hair looks really fucking stupid, forgive me. I don't know what's up with it. I apologize It's an abomination of God. And now it's time to do some socialist goddamn revolution. It's hot. How about it? The socialist revolution. And I just shut all my shit down. I'm so stupid. God damn it. All right. Get it together, Dusty. Get it together, Dusty. I got it, guys. Hell yeah. Boom. And first off, on tonight's socialist revolution, scroll down. Ugly ass Hassan Piker. It's crazy, y'all. So I guess, like, the economy doing bad, Epstein files make people hate him, Donald Trump has a 30% approval rating. So I guess their playbook is to make Hassan Piker the face of the Democratic Party. And now I understand, like, if you're going to make somebody the face of the Democratic Party, if you're trying to make people hate the Democratic Party, then obviously the way you do it is you pick somebody horribly disfigured. Dog Boy, one of the ugliest people in the world. So when people look at this ugly motherfucker, they immediately think Democrats. Democrats, hit it. So that's kind of genius, to be honest with you. But it's crazy. Fox News mentioned in August Hassan Piker 247 times and only mentioned Jeffrey Epstein 125 times. So this shows you where their fucking priorities are. And I don't know if it's going to work or not, folks. I do not know if trying to demonize Hassan Piker and scare old folks with this ugly motherfucker is going to work. But I also thought saying the word trans over and over again wouldn't work. So what do I know? I'm never, ever again going to underestimate the stupidity of America. So maybe it will work. Maybe Hassan is ugly enough to freak people out. I do not know. But it ain't just the fucking Republicans freaking out about Hassan Piker. It's all of the blue MAGA. So as I've told you guys many times before, basically we have a one-party system. Both sides are conservatives, and there's very slight differences between the two. They give you the illusion of choice, but there's not really a choice. Both sides are in lockstep on most things. No socialized medicine. Israel rules us. We can never question Israel. That's just how it is. And they hate the idea that anybody may upset the apple cart, right? Anybody may rise up and change the status quo. And so both sides would do whatever the fuck they can to make sure the status quo stays in place, to make sure nothing ever changes. Case in point, over at MSN Now, which is supposed to be the only liberal network, here's Joe Scarborough just lying his ass off to demonize and strawman Hassan Piker.
But please, I don't need people telling me, oh, you have to just turn a blind eye to people saying that women getting raped on October 7th didn't matter.
Literally, nobody said that. Not a single fucking human being ever said that women getting raped on October 7th didn't happen. We did say that there was no good evidence that these rapes occurred, right? We did say that, like, there was pictures of a girl who had blood on her butt and stuff, and people were saying that she was raped, but it appeared that the blood came from her arm, so that wasn't true. There's never been, as far as I've seen, any good evidence that these rapes occurred. But however, if you provide evidence that these rapes occurred, I have no problem condemning it. But here's the thing. They murder people. Hamas murdered all kinds of people. That's way worse than rape. Why are you bringing up these rapes that we're not sure even happened instead of just bringing up the fucking murders that we all agreed to? Isn't that worse? Like, but the reason he's doing it is because he's trying to be like, they're for rape. They love rape. It's just so stupid. Nobody takes you guys seriously. It's so pathetic. It's so desperate. We know you're doing this for Israel. We know who owns you, Joe Scarborough.
In the grand scheme of things, no Americans aren't going to support that. This is not about me.
Don't you understand how on the wrong side of this you are? Both Republicans and the entire world hates Israel. So when you say, Americans are not going to stand for this. Yeah, we'll stand, we'll sit, we'll do a little cha-cha, whatever the fuck it takes to destroy Israel.
This is about the Democrats once again fumbling the football on the 2-yard line when they have a chance to make great gains, but being so woke. I don't know if you want to call it woke 1, woke 2, or woke 3.
Dude's hair dye's going to his brain.
But being too woke to call out the obvious. I swear to God. It's crazy that we're even having this conversation. If somebody says A woman being raped doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's okay to call that person out and demand that candidates distance themselves from those people.
And if you lie about it, it's okay to call you out. It's okay to call you a fucking liar. It's okay to call you a child murdering apologist, a stooge, a genocide enabler, one of the worst humans who ever fucking lived. And if you want to fucking advocate for genocide, whatever the fuck happens to you, good. I hope you get the karma you're asking for, slut.
If you want to rule, over a party and win elections. If somebody says going to a rally the day after Hamas slaughters more Jews than any time since the Holocaust, it's okay for Chuck Schumer. It's okay for...
I don't know what he's talking about. Who went to a rally for Hamas the day after January 6th?
Hakeem Jeffries to call that despicable and demand that people distance themselves from that. That's okay.
But yeah, but none of this happened. You're just making all this up, though. That's the thing. You're lying.
Okay. So why are we bringing this up now? We're bringing...
Because you're liars who work for Israel, and you're desperate.
This up now because it seems an awful lot like what was happening in 2024 when Democrats couldn't get out of their own way to win an election they should have won.
Right. The reason they didn't win the election is because they did exactly what you're doing now. They refused to listen to people who are sick of giving our taxpayers for Israel to murder children. They refused to speak out against it, and that's why they lost. So you're doing exactly what you did before, and if people listen to you, they're going to lose again. Hopefully they will not.
Meanwhile, slickhead George Carville, y'all, he know like a sign packer out. He wants you to know, don't call yourself a Democrat. I know we only have a two-party system. I know you can't literally win unless you're in the two-party system, but don't you dare try to change our two-party system because it's really just a one-party system. And you giving the game away by showing everybody that, hey, when we say vote blue, no matter who, we don't really mean that. We just mean vote for our candidates regardless.
Of course I don't run for office. What I'd say is, why do these people call themselves Democrats? Call yourself Democratic Socialist. Maybe what we need.
I mean, I think a lot of them do, right?
Good, but don't call yourself Democrat.
How about we call ourselves whatever the fuck we want to, and you die? Hopefully, like of ass cancer and horrible pain. How about that?
We're on with you. There's no place, any place for criticism of the government of Israel.
There's no place for the criticism of the government of Israel and the Democratic Party. Okay, you can't criticize them in the Democrats. You can't criticize them in the Republican Party. Now you can criticize America all day long. That's fine, but there's no room whatsoever to criticize Israel because they the ones who rule us.
Yeah, die, please. Please die horribly. You fucking creep. You're a demon, a skin demon. Here he is coming to us live from his own coffin.
This is either going to be Hassan Piker's party or it's going to be...
It's going to be Hassan Piker's party.
The party of the congressional candidates that we have.
And tell us who has...
No, you old dinosaur boomers. You're fucking done. You fucked up. You set out the country. You're responsible for all this shit. Die!
Piker is, James.
Oh, he's some guy that's got a podcast and he's out there campaigning with El Said. He's going to his events. And Hassan Piker is, from everything I can determine, is a raving anti-Semite.
Like literally what you're doing here is anti-Semitism because you're equating Zionism with Judaism, and the two things are not the same in any way whatsoever. In fact, I was raised a Zionist. I was never Jewish. I'm not Jewish. So most Zionists are not actually Jewish. Zionists are evil, crazy, homicidal, genocidal sacks of shit. Not to be conflated with Jews who are, most of them are pretty fucking cool. I ain't got a problem with no Jews. So what you're doing is anti-Semitic, dude.
Yeah. Just look at what he said.
I did look at what he said, and none of it was anti-Semitic. You're just lying.
And I've said this before, but he and I, somebody ain't going to be in this party after.
I accept your conditions.
In a while. I don't know who it is, but the long-term prognosis of me and Hassan Piker ever being in the same tent politically is about nil.
That's right, folks. I don't care what I said in the past. I don't care how much I told you that Donald Trump and MAGA was a fascist organization. They was Nazis, secret police roaming our streets. I don't care how evil I told you they were. I would join them in a heartbeat. if you try to go against Israel. If you try to stop Israel from murdering some children, I will leave immediately because I ain't about shit. I am owned. I am bought. I am paid for. I am an establishment Democrat, and this is how it's always been, and I will die before I will let things change, and that is completely acceptable. You old sack of shit. It's almost like you got one foot in the grave already. Put the other one in. Delete it. Belly up. Go towards the light. Just do it. Meanwhile, another guy they're making the face of the Democratic Party because he's got a scary name to redneck bigots. Abdul Al-Saeed. I don't know how to pronounce it. Saeed. Folks, imagine lacking the self-awareness to post a picture of yourself next to Abdul El-Saeed in order to try to make fun of his looks. We don't have to imagine that's exactly what happened to his Republican challenger, Mike Rogers, who posted this, re-upping this Mackinac height mog for reasons. So, first off, God, this is so cringe. Imagine these fucking 70-year-old boomers using the word mog to try to be relevant to these fucking youths. Jesus. Secondly, imagine you, who looks like Donald Trump, this fat, dumpy sack of shit, posting a picture next to you, next to this fucking absolute stud, and try to make fun of his looks. Thirdly, who gives a shit? Why are you bringing up his height? Why in America are we bringing up people's veganism and height and shit? It's just such a dumb society. Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, Donald Trump going after him. Donald Trump posted a picture of him and his prostitute next to Saeed and his lovely, loving wife. Two very different Americas, Donald J. Trump. And, of course, he's using his name, his whole name, Abdul Rahman Muhammad Al-Saeed. He's got a scary name. It's a Muslim name, everybody. That's all it takes for Bigot Shaw. Obviously, that's why he's doing this. Like, the guy hasn't done anything. He hasn't broken any laws. He hasn't, like, cheated on his wife, taxes, nothing. But he's got a weird name, and that's all they got. But, I mean, he's right. It is two very different Americas. I'll give him that. And El-Saeed, man, he's doing great. Hitting the campaign trail and just letting Donald Trump have it. Here's his response.
Speaking of President Trump, last night he posted on social media a photograph of him and First Lady Melania Trump in formal attire, next to a photograph of you and your wife. You appear to be in a restaurant booth or something. Your wife is a psychiatrist. She's wearing a hijab. The caption was two very different Americas. What was your response when you saw that?
Yeah, he's right. One in which your overlords are two people who don't like each other but joint in the interest of making billions of dollars off of you, or two people who genuinely love each other, enjoyed some pancakes together, want to come together to build the kind of America where they can raise a family and know that that family is going to have the good things. So yes, you got two different visions of America. Donald Trump's vision is the one you're living in right now. Can you afford your gas? Can you afford your groceries? Do you believe when you look your kids in the eye that they're going to have a better future than you did? And Sarah and I are running because when we look our daughters in the eye, Emily and Sirine, we want them to believe that they're every bit as able to have a better future than the one that they could have had under the Trump administration, that they can live together with their sisters and their brothers in America in a way where they lock arms to build the good things that they deserve together, where they know they'll have the health care that they need and good jobs, and that they don't have to go 15 minutes and know that there are kids who live 15 minutes away whose lives are very, very different than theirs because we've been for far too long okay with a level of inequality in this country. I want them to live in an America where they can breathe clean air and drink clean water. And actually, Sarah and I like each other. I don't know about the First Lady and the President, but
clearly don't. But all that matters is a weird name, folks. That's what this worthless country is devolved into. They even asked, all they do is fucking lie for a living. It's crazy how much they lie. Scroll down. Where is the one they're lying? Trump. I couldn't have said it better. Abdul. I'll come to it. Anyway, next up. Here he is talking about everybody who's demanding he stop campaigning with Hassan Piker.
So again, I'm a lot more focused on who I'm campaigning to rather than who I might campaign with.
When asked about Hassan Piker's comments on 9/11, Senator Bernie Sanders
called it a dumb statement. Do you agree? Do you disavow those comments that America deserved 9/11?
Look, America did deserve 9/11. I'm sorry if that offends you. Now, did those people in the Twin Towers deserve to die? No. No, they were innocent people. Were the people that killed them fucking terrorists, evil sacks of shit? Yes. Yes, they were evil sacks of shit. But also, America was doing genocide campaigns all over the fucking world, and they were like, hey, quit genociding us, or we're going to attack you back, and we didn't quit genociding them, and so they attacked us back. Now, did those innocent people deserve to die? No. No. Was it predictable this is going to happen? Yes. Yes. If you bully another country, if you bully somebody, something, anything, repeatedly, and they fight back, did you deserve that? Probably.
Of course. Of course it was a dumb statement. And of course, I think Hassan himself would say that was a dumb statement. He disavowed it. So yes, America didn't deserve 9/11.
I don't.
But, you know, to sit here and play gotcha politics with a dumb thing somebody said out of context that they disavowed themselves to say, oh, well, what does that mean about what you think? I want to be held accountable for what I say and what I do, rather than this idea that we're so stuck in cancel culture that all of us agreed was a bad idea back in 2020, but we seem to want to bring back.
We are out of time.
But of course, they don't actually believe cancel culture was bad. They were just saying that because they wanted to say the N-word, right? We all know that's true. Meanwhile, Sky News asked El Sayed, is that how you say it? Sayed? I'm going to get this, folks. I promise you. I'm not that big of a redneck. El Sayed asked him, hey, Donald Trump said you're full of shit. What is your response? And he had a banger.
Abdul, Donald Trump seems to think you're a gift to the Republican Party. What do you say to that?
I'm a gift to the state of Michigan, God willing, and hope to win this election.
And he says, if you pardon the language, you're full of shit. What do you say to that?
At least I don't let mine go in the middle of the Oval Office.
Abdul, Donald Trump seems...
Mic drop! Woo, baby! That's how you do that shit. Man, that was a good soundbite. Donald Trump literally got a diaper made that travels around, follows his shit ass everywhere. Meanwhile, Donald Trump threatened us with a good time. Mr. Trump says, for our great Republican senator, friends of mine all, please be advised that the Communist Democrat Senate candidate from Michigan, Abdulrahman Muhammad El Sayed, of course, that's like Barack Hussein Obama. They know if they say your whole name, bigots will be freaked out by your name. They don't have to say what your policies are. They don't have to defend their policies. They just freak you out with your bigotry. Is touting as perhaps his single most important point the termination of the filibuster. I watched yesterday, and he's gone termination crazy. If he succeeds, the Democrats will gain 4 senators, 8 congressmen, many electoral and popular votes, a stacked Supreme Court with 23 justices, and I will be, sadly, despite the great job we are doing, the last Republican president. And Abdul El Sayed says, couldn't have said it better myself. Hell yeah, man. Talk about a great campaign ad. Thank you, Donald Trump. That definitely gets my vote if he'll actually do that. Then, Abdul El Sayed won 0 of the 15 counties with the lowest share of college degrees because Trump loves the uneducated. Of course, 0. So only really the dumbest bottom feeders on the earth are MAGA. We already knew that. Not surprising. Meanwhile, he hasn't done anything, hasn't broken any laws. He seems like an upstanding guy, Tommy Tuberville. He's a terrorist. He's a radical Islamist terrorist. What? So basically, if they could just call you a terrorist and kill you. They've done that many times before, folks. This is so dangerous. The guy was basically a cheerleader for 9/11. Tuberville told me. Linking El Sayed to a comment made by the popular far-left streamer Hassan Piker. So now they're claiming that things that Hassan said, El Sayed said, so they can claim he's a fucking terrorist. That's what our politics are about, though, folks. I mean, come on. The country's changed, but it hasn't changed this much. Yeah, you guys did change it this much. People like me who call myself a capitalist for years, I'm a socialist now. I argue with people. I argue with people while I was a socialist for a long time. I think still there's some parts of capitalism that can be useful. I think capitalism is just a tool like anything else. And I think if somebody wants to sell their labor to somebody else, they can. I think some aspects of capitalism can spur creativity and innovation. But fuck that shit. Socialism, baby. You guys have changed me because this current system is not fucking working. Whatever else has to come, let it be. Meanwhile, both parties boycotting Ted Cruz's ridiculous circus. Apparently, he had some kind of committee to try to prove al-Sayed was a terrorist or something, but nobody showed up. Reminds me of the time I threw a party in Denver for going away and nobody showed up. It was so sad. Senator Ted Cruz used the authority of the United States Senate, specifically his Judiciary Committee, to hold a hearing purporting to demonstrate that there has been a decades-long Muslim conspiracy led by the Muslim Brotherhood to undermine and control the United States, and that al-Sayed is the crowning achievement. Cruz had his aides set up posters showing al-Sayed alongside the Muslim Brotherhood, emblem of cross-sword and Quran. Anyway, Democrats on the panel accused of scapegoating Muslims. They didn't show up. Even Republicans were like, fuck this shit. You got nothing. So he did it all by himself. Just sat there and talked out of his ass. What an embarrassment. Should have never got any work after the Munsters. And this one's about, folks. So I've showed you several times where Donald Trump is using al-Sayed's full name, and there's a reason he's doing it. Like, we're not stupid, right? All of us know why he's doing that. It's not a secret. Even he will I guarantee he will admit it. Yeah, I use their whole name because when people hear their Muslim sounding name, they're less likely to vote for them, obviously, right? But they think you're stupid. I guess they know most of their followers are stupid. So here's Tim Scott when asked, hey, aren't you guys using his full name because you're trying to appeal to bigotry? Listen to his answer.
Your early attack ads against him, you're using his full name in these attack ads, which has gotten some attention. Abdul Rahman Mohammed al-Sayed. He goes by Abdul al-Sayed. Are you trying to say, hint, hint to voters, he's Muslim?
Not at all. What we're only saying to voters is a simple thing. He says he's the most dangerous candidate you can find. He's right. We should trust his words, not ours.
But why not just use his name, Abdul al-Sayed, which he goes by?
Well, listen, I go by Timothy Eugene, and so I get called that all the time. Here's what I know with that question.
Literally no one in history has ever called you Timothy Eugene. Like, isn't there a commandment about lying? It's like they just feel morally obligated to lie, and they know you don't believe it. They don't even give a shit, right? They just love it. He gets off on lying. Everybody calls me Timothy Eugene Scott. Literally no one has ever said that once in your life. It's just so stupid. Meanwhile, John Fetterman got a challenge for al-Sayed. And damn it, you better watch out, al-Sayed. You got a badass coming for you.
Of most corporations. Now, Senator, I think I know you pretty well. I don't think you believe any of that.
I really don't know, but they're not ashamed to say these kinds of things. Abolish all of those things that are not viable. And now al-Sayed, he just won. And I just want to issue a dare. Continue to campaign with Hassan Piker right now. You're in a general election now. I dare you. Keep campaigning with someone like Hassan Piker. If I was a Republican, I would just dump $20 million for ads. He pals.
If I was a Republican, I mean, literally my job now is to go on Fox News and show for everything Donald Trump wants and to shit on the Democrats. But if I was a Republican, hey, Republicans, you should put $20 million into this. Here's what you should do to be Democrats. Yeah. But I don't think that's going to work because you can't buy elections anymore like you used to. I mean, you still can to some degree, but not as much as you used to. Luckily. Meanwhile, all he's trying to do is give us health care, higher wages, better lives. Hassan Piker. That's all they're saying, folks. And like I said, I don't think this is a good political playbook, but who knows? Like, it's the dumbest country that's ever existed, so maybe Hassan Piker is ugly enough to scare people away. I know I'm a little scared. Meanwhile, oh yeah, I already said that. This is the death threat from Laura Loomer. Randy Fine, though. When Republicans find a Senator Randy Fine, I want you guys to know what'll happen. if you dare vote for the socialist revolution.
I think we need to make clear that the Democratic Party is going to take away your dog and the Republican Party will fight to allow you to keep it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up! What are you talking about? Just, what? No one, what?
Just, oh my God. So basically like they're going to eat your dogs and cats. Now we're just going to take them from you, I guess. It doesn't matter, folks. They'll literally fucking say anything, right? As long as they can kill innocent children that are brown, just whatever they tell you, the dumbest people on earth, they'll tell you. Meanwhile, this is why they'll lose, according to Hassan Piker, and I hope Hassan Piker is smarter than he is ugly. Millionaire Mike Rogers says voters blaming Trump for high prices are nuts, and yep, I hope that he's so out of touch he won't fucking win. Hassan says they're all going to lose, and this is a big part of the reason why. All they have is culture wars yelling about DSA and Twitch streamers. So, yep, I think that message is going to be rejected by people. I think people know who's responsible for a lot of this economic hardship we're having. But once again, who knows? America dumb, and that Sarah Huckabee Sanders, she got your number, mom dummy. And she knows exactly how to combat the socialist revolution, y'all.
Republicans have to draw the contrast. It could not be more different. It could not be more clear. And I plan to spend the next several months making sure people understand the difference. And I think it will be what pushes us over the edge in November and helps catapult Republicans to win in the midterms.
And by the way, that DSA...
But no, it won't, because hugely popular, Mom Donnie, as well as the DSA.
Platform. I mean, it's all right there. I mean, do away with the jails. Do away
That's not part of it, but okay.
with the Senate. You know, pack.
Well, I mean, we should change our government, right? The government doesn't represent us anymore. There's no reason to have a representative democracy anymore. Now that we have the internet, we can all just direct fucking vote. It's just a way to keep us enslaved. So, yes, I agree with all of that. But, all right, then, Giuliani. Guess who's still alive, everybody? Rudy Giuliani's still alive and has a very important message. If you think about supporting the Democrats, think again.
Remember Mondami, the candidate, the completely useless guy who's never had a job, never had responsibilities, has a rich family as a ne'er-do-well. But he's an out-and-out communist, wants to have free grocery stores, free daycare.
They're not free. They're just government subsidized. They take the profit incentive away and just pass the savings along to the customer. It's not free. You're lying.
Here.
Okay, well, free daycare will be good, right? You know, we have, like, free public schooling. Why not free daycare so people can work and afford to make a living wage, right?
Free everything you can think of.
That's not true.
And he wants to have free pre-K, starting at 6 months old.
Okay, so he wants daycare for your kids so you can go work without having to pay exorbitant prices.
Wow. 6 months old. What the hell is he going to teach them at 6 months old?
Nothing. They're just going to have daycare to take care of them so the parents can work.
How to hate the parents. That's what you're going to teach them.
Jesus.
How, hey, did you ever think of being a girl, kid? Not bad being a girl. Come on, it doesn't hurt to chop your penis off.
All they got is trans. That's all they ever fucking say.
Has there ever been anybody more obsessed with genitalia than Republicans? It's literally every thought in their head is trans. It's the only thing they ever fucking talk about. Jesus Christ. But Mom Donnie killing it. You guys heard about the new viral trend where people are like, hey, Mom Donnie, I got this pothole. And then the potholes are like instantly fixed.
So this just has to be turned counterclockwise?
So this here, usually righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, counterclockwise where you want to go to loosen it.
90 degrees. Okay.
It'll have a stop, so.
All right.
So doing his thing, here's another story about it. Guy posted a video online calling out New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani to fix potholes on his streets. They were patched up later the same day. Responsive government in action. And, yep, the government could always work for us. They choose not to. They tell you they don't have the money, but they got plenty of money. They just don't have it for fucking you. Deleted belly up. That one. What? That was a good one. I wanted to show you guys that one. Is that anywhere else? Why did they delete that? I hate fucking Reddit. Reddit deletes everything. Jesus. That was that, that MAGA mom that's always on there with her son, and her and her husband are awful. And now her husband is apparently he's had some kind of injury, and he's trying to go through physical therapy, and their insurance won't cover it, so they're about to kick him out. So now that it finally affects them, she's like, I'm starting to wake up to socialized medicine. Yeah, I hope your husband dies horribly, okay? I hope he's suffering. I hope he's scared. That's what I fucking hope, because what a piece of fucking shit he is. Fuck both of y'all. And meanwhile, one from Calca. I already did that one. All right, that is my, should be halftime already. Yeah, let's go ahead and do halftime now. All right, that is my Socialist Revolution in halftime. I thought I put the link to halftime, but I guess I fucking didn't. I'm bad at this job. It's fine. Please forgive me. Shut up. For the very quick commercial I would do. Hey, folks, my name is Dusty Smith, and I am a digital busker, nay, a historian, chronicling the things that are going to be memory hold for the future to know what happened. If you enjoy what I do, could you please help me not go out of business? Last show, I made $6 an hour, which is bad. So if you like it, please help me. I'm trying to figure out a way to keep the show going, folks. It's hard. So, hey, if you like it, help me out. I'm going to do it as long as I can afford to. Thank you. A great way to support the show is PayPal. I'm going to read all of the, I'll go ahead and read them now. Cashapp, $ Cult of Dusty is my Cash App. If you want to send me a Cash App, great way to fucking help the show. I would appreciate you. And Super Chat's live with the show. Oh, but QR code's on the page. If you aim your camera phone at it, it'll go there. Or there's links in the description of the video. PayPal, if you're going to send like $100 or more, send it through PayPal. They take less money. Patreon, I got an after party coming up tonight, so I didn't do the show Friday. It's the show after the show. So tune in. Aaron J. Babcock, Jupiter Quake, love Jupe. Send me $20 today. Fuck yeah, Jupe. You rock. Love you, Jupe. Megan Perez, $20 Wednesday. Fuck yeah, Megan. Hope you're doing well. What's your dream cabinet? You mean an audio cabinet? What kind of cabinet are we talking about here? I don't know. I don't even have my stereo system hooked up anymore, man. I use headphones for everything now. But thank you for the $20, Loco. Robert A. Abrams, $25. Thanks for what you do. Hey, thanks for what you do, Robert. A few random things. Couldn't scan QR code. What? Inconceivable. $10. Thank you. A few random. EJ, can't say your name, but you gave me $20. Thank you. And, I got a mystery package, guys. Mystery package. You guys ready to help me solve this shit? So, today I went to the post office box. Got this. It didn't have a name on it, but it did have this. It got ripped off, but it says R.W. Richard? I don't know who sent this. RW sent me a gift. So, all right. So it came in this little box, and it was vacuum sealed. Where the fuck is it? It's gone. What the shit? God damn it. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, well, I can't where the shit is it, motherfucker? Oh, well. All right. Somebody took it out of the box, apparently. Fuck. Ah! Whatever. Anyway, whoever sent it to me, so I'll show you the next show. Whatever. I don't even care. I'll show it next show. It's a mystery, though. Fuck. Anyway, Super Chats. Why am I so bad at this? I've only been doing it 20 years. Rebecca, woo! $50. Love you, Rebecca. Everybody. Kiss Rebecca's ass. $10 from MJ. What up, MJ? Good to see you tonight. Vaseline-based caution against AI, Dusty. Don't give up into AI slop. Oh, my God, dudes. Look, I love you guys, but please quit bitching about AI. Please. Please quit bitching about AI. I'm not trying to insult you guys. I really am not, but you just don't have any idea how stupid you sound to me shitting on AI. I just don't understand it. I cannot see how any intellectual person cannot look at AI and be absolutely gobsmacked by it. It cannot see that this is the culmination of all human intelligence. Everything we've ever done as a species has led to fucking this. We have created the next evolution of intelligence on the planet that will literally fucking replace us. I don't see how anybody can look. It's that. Just shut the. God damn it. It's so stupid. Like, what is wrong with you people? It's embarrassing is what it really is. It's really embarrassing. It's embarrassing to me for you to sound this fucking stupid. Jesus. Anyway, I'm not saying you're saying that, Vaseline Base. I'm just saying anti-AI Luddites. I don't even want to be associated with you because to me, you're just so stupid. Like, there are some legitimate criticisms about AI, but it's just Jesus. Like, bottom of the barrel cretins. That's what you sound like. These fucking fascists are going to end us. I feel like we may be well and truly fucked. I agree, but I'm also hopeful. I still don't like it. AI is scary. Jesus, like, you guys are going to be so unhappy in the future. Like, the future is going to be nothing but AI. So you have two choices. Either you're going to be miserable. You're going to be fucking scared out of your goddamn gourd all the time. Or you're going to find a way to live with it, accept it, and realize it's not the big scary boogeyman you think it is. It's actually a very useful tool that, yes, it does need to be heavily regulated, especially the American companies. But it's going to be fucking fine. Just relax, everybody. Jesus. Anyway, it's just a tool. It's like fucking Photoshop. Like, Wally Keck, these fucking fast. I didn't write that. Hell Satan. To Squirter General, vote Francesca Hall. Hell yeah. Those of you in Wisconsin, do it to it. Let's go. Let's give Republicans something to fear. Your mouth to God's ears. AI has a lot of, when somebody shits on AI all the time, I don't get on too much around this, but I know for a fact they've never actually gone and tried to create anything with it of use. They've never tried to explore the tools. They've never really done any real work. They watched a couple AI videos, anti-AI videos, and they're the kind of people that, I just hate everything. And it's so many left-wing people, too, these Luddites. I'm so disappointed to see the Ludditry in the left-wing community. One thing that the right definitely has over the left is the lack of Ludditry as far as this goes. And Rich Lada, people are up in arms about data centers and water uses. Yeah, see, but even that though, Rich. All right, so I'm not trying to shit on you, Rich. I understand where you're coming from. So here's the thing. Take golf courses. Golf courses use 20 times the water that data centers use. Lawns, the lawn system, like we used to not have these fancy lawns that we have now. In the 60s, it got sold to consumers that you have to have these fancy lawns. It uses like 100 times the water, these lawns that we don't need. You guys never said anything about that. Today you don't say it. Today you're like, oh, we're really concerned about the water. But instead of bringing up the things that actually use the most water, you're talking about something that uses a fraction of the water. So it makes me wonder if your arguments are actually sincere, or you're just repeating some kind of talking points because you don't like AI, right? And I'm not saying that the water issue is not something that should be tackled, because it is. But these problems have already been solved. They already have figured out how to use water that is completely 100% recycled and doesn't fucking infect the environment. They've already got that down. The problem is it's too expensive to do right now, and so they don't use it. They need to be regulated. But you can't regulate them unless you win fucking races, right? Anyway, if they're that worried they could outlaw watering their lawns, probably say, oh yeah, Rich was way ahead of me. Damn, Rich, I should have read the end of your thing. Rich, you're very smart and handsome. Veggie L Girl, I did read it. I got there. I'm slow, but I'll get there. Veggie L Girl, we watched Simulation Theory and loved it. When is the next episode? So I actually may start working on it again. I'm actually going to stop making porn. I'm not going to stop making porn. I'm going to stop making so much porn and develop some of that time to actually using these tools to start making videos and stuff. I have some ideas for some short videos I'm going to make, but making the porn actually helped me set up a really good stack, though, to generate videos very quickly and with good quality. So it wasn't like just all for masturbation, just like 99%. Mr. Anderson, hello, Mr. Anderson. 5 tickets from the best there ever was and ever will be. Mr. Anderson, good to see you tonight. Oh, William Wolfram, we need to save these boomers from themselves. Fuck them, let them die. I don't even give a shit about the boomers anymore. Lucas Bernard, 1 ticket. Fuck yeah, have you got a ticket? Please give these heroes like Mr. Anderson and Lucas your love. And I'd like to be a mod if you want it. All right, Mr. Anderson, done. Mr. Anderson, long-term friend of the show. Boom! Woo! Managing, let's see, can manage blocked words, can remove chat messages. Yeah, you're going to be a standard, right? Which is better? I don't know. We'll put you a standard for now. I don't know what's better, dude. But there you go. Welcome to the team. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Squire General 149. Woo! Diamond to you. $10 from Squire General. Rudy Giuliani is a hypocrite. Drag for me, but not for thee. Yeah, I saw this Saturday Night Live. I saw Donald Trump motorboating his boobs. It's always hypocrisy. Darnaz, I'm so tired of all this shit, Dusty. Appreciate you being the voice of reason. Love the animals. Yeah, you seen the animals tonight? They've been hanging out in the other room a lot lately. Ne'er-do-wells. Thank you, Darnaz. Green Ghost. Hell yeah. You're watching the Dusty Show. Woo! Big woo for you, Green Ghost. $10 Australia. What's up, future motherfucker? Hey, Dusty. Can you post fuck yeah, that's how you win on your channel? I want to put it on my playlist for 2026. Also, hello from down under. Okay, I will think about putting those songs up. Maybe I'll put them on my alternative channel that is all about my AI work. So I made these songs for my game, Bad Company, so I'm hoping that people will buy the game, and if you buy the game, then you get a whole bunch of soundtracks for the song, but I will think about putting it up, and thank you. Thank you, you future motherfucker. And Southern Brawl, politicians get paid through socialism. I know, right? Just like the military does, but they hate it. Communist Dwarf, for more AI content from you, Dusty. You are the master wizard of those tools. I am getting quite good at it. I am humbled and just want to be as good as you are using these. Get you a 5090 card. Man, they've like doubled in price. It's crazy. And Handsome Rich, we are going to need a basic guaranteed income because AI take all the jobs. Sally, yeah. See, I want AI to take the jobs, but you're right. We need the socialist revolution so we can actually make some money. And when I saw this mystery package, I thought it was from you, Rich. I saw RW. I thought it might be from you, but I guess it's not. So, RW, let me know. At first, I thought it was poop. I wanted to show you guys. But anyway, thank you guys, everybody who super chatted me, and still plenty of time to super chat me. Going to read all the super chats at the end of the show. So get them in early. Get them in often. Oh, I see what I did. I put this motherfucker in the wrong place. Next up, some motherfucking Chud Watch. Chud Watch. Hey, let's switch it up. Hey, it looks like Donald Trump's still winning. Watch, folks. You guys remember when they made sports illegal in the United States? Sure you do. We all remember. Everybody wanted to play the sports, and then they were like, no, America, no sports for you. And then Donald Trump saved us. Donald Trump saved sports. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really remember that happening, but it has to be true because here he is saying it.
We're in the process of working very hard. We had a bad judge's decision, and a judge that knew nothing about sports declared sports unconstitutional. Can you believe it? And we had to come and put something together, and we had the help of so many great people. They all came together, and we have a bitch. We're in the process of working.
So, woo! Crisis averted, everybody. Thank God. I can't believe we missed so many NFL and NBA games because of that. But, Jesus. And then Trump still sticking with the lie that a vandal did the reflecting pull. Of course, that didn't happen. Alert! National Park Service career employee, a highly credible witness, saw David Hearn. This is the guy who, he's saying Act Blue because the guy gave $5 to Act Blue one time, but he's actually an Olympic hero. This is how we treat our Olympic heroes in this country, though, right? Doesn't matter what you do for this country. As soon as the president wants to throw you under the bus, instead of mentioning that you're an Olympic hero, he mentions one donation you gave to a Democratic PAC to slander you and make people okay with the fact that he's trying to ruin your fucking life to cover up for his own ineptitude. Meanwhile, notice he's changed the name of his big, beautiful ballroom. Curious. He's like, now it's called the Secure Ballroom Military Complex. That's right, it's a military complex, y'all. Okay, it has on the top of it a drone port now. We put a drone port, so it's for the military. Why do you hate the troops? Let me have my big beautiful ballroom, y'all. Just obviously so stupid. National security threat, y'all. That's what he's saying. Meanwhile, oh, yeah, the desperately needed military center. That's what he's calling it now. Military Center. Suddenly the White House ballroom has a new name after a federal appeals judge panel found that President Donald Trump demolished and built something at the White House without authorization. Now it's a military center because he has no respect for anybody. And I agree. Meanwhile, it's so funny. It's just so crazy, this timeline. Holy shit. So Donald Trump just posted out this. All the post said was this, folks. Great poll numbers. Thank you. President Donald Trump. Like, maybe that's a fan account. Maybe it was on True Social, though. Wasn't it? Maybe just a fan account reposting what's on True Social. Am I a boomer? Am I missing it? I don't know. I think you did post that on True Social, though. Anyway, great poll numbers. Thank you, everybody, for this poll that actually fucking exists. Meanwhile, his personal fixer got confirmed to be our new Attorney General. Yeah, that's cool. Todd Blanchett, Trump's personal lawyer. So this is literally Trump's Better Call Saul. Folks, it's exactly like Better Call Saul became the Attorney General of the United States. It's the craziest thing. So this is the guy who rigged everything for Trump. This is the guy who hid the Epstein files. This is the guy whenever Trump wanted to pay off somebody, this is who he went to. So not working for us. The Attorney General is supposed to be America's attorney, but not anymore, baby. Just rubber stamp anything Trump wants him to do. And it doesn't really matter because that's what they're already doing. I mean, not like Pam Bondi wasn't already doing that. Not like any of these rules matter anyway, but still crazy times. Meanwhile, he got sworn in and Donald Trump's right over his shoulder there. Look, there he is, giddy as shit, his own personal fixer, his own Better Call Saul being sworn in as the new Attorney General of the United States of America. And damn, grim times, America. But oh well. That's what happens when you vote for the fella. Meanwhile, we are the scourge of the entire world. This is why I don't go anywhere. Not the only reason. One reason I don't go anywhere. Apparently, this young gentleman been traveling all over the place with his chiseled fucking jawline. And people know Lucky America.
I'm in Japan right now, and every single time that I say that I'm from the United States, people look at me with disdain and disgust, and I have to explain myself every fucking time. I've been to Europe, the same fucking thing applies. It is embarrassing at this point. I have no words for it anymore. It's just disgusting and embarrassing. I have no fucking words.
No fucking words. I mean, you had some, clearly, so that's not true. But yeah, everybody hates us, and why wouldn't they? We are the worst. Meanwhile, that's not supposed to go there. Damn it. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Let's scroll down here. Scroll down here. That was supposed to be in the Beyond parody, so you guys have no idea what's going to come up in the Beyond parody. It's a big show tonight. Look at this. You guys know how long it takes to put this shit together? You guys understand how long it takes, not just to collect all this shit, but to organize it? It's every show takes at least just the show part, not the collection part, just the organizing in like 20 hours. So work it hard for my money. And next up on the Chud Watch, let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, apparently True Social lost half its users this year. It should have gone in the economy section, but once again, making money is not the point of the network anyway, so they don't really care. But good sign that people are bailing on MAGA. Not a moment too soon. Who could have predicted that? Meanwhile, in fuck this guy news, fuck this guy. Haitian restaurateur regrets voting for Trump and die, please.
I voted for Donald Trump. The Chef Creole restaurant in Miami's Little Haiti neighborhood is typically bustling with customers. Not today. People are scared. Owner Wilkinson Sejour says it's not just the clientele. After 34 years in business, he's lost his entire management team at 7 locations.
I hope everybody boycotts your restaurant. I hope you go bankrupt. I hope you lose your house. I hope you lose your family. I hope you're on Skid Row, addicted to crack, on the street, and just before you die, you look up at a big, beautiful poster of glorious Trump above you, and then your heart explodes in your chest, and then you shit yourself. That's what I hope for you.
Will likely have to shut down 2 stores due to the end of temporary protected status.
The end of TPS means for me that my future in the hospitality business is almost going to be non-existent.
Good. If only your future on this earth was non-existent.
Sunday, federal officers made an immigration arrest outside one of his restaurants. What would you say to
another person I wish horrible death upon? Alex Jones, and fuck this guy.
What happened? The point is, with the Epstein files in June of last year, and the cover-up that was decided to happen when Elon left, that's when he decided to join with the dark side completely. So it's like Obi-Wan Kenobi's telling Luke, what happened to your father? Well, he was killed by my apprentice. He was killed by a pupil of mine.
Alex Jones, that's not what happened at all. He's always been this exact same guy. You weren't fooled, Alex Jones. I know exactly what you're doing, Alex. Okay, you're a shameless con man, Alex. You did everything you could to help Trump get in office, all right? You knew exactly who he was. You knew what he was going to do, but you didn't give a shit because grifting MAGA was so easy. And now he didn't come to your aid when you went bankrupt. He didn't come to your aid when they sold off InfoWars right from under you. And so now your butt hurts. You're fleeing the sinking ship. So now you're trying to pretend you were fooled or he was just changed. But nothing's changed, Alex. We see right the fuck through you. You're a sack of shit. Go towards the light, you fucking asshole.
Darth Vader. And later he finds out, well, technically, no, his dad wasn't dead, but Obi-Wan says, you have to...
Oh, good Lord. Shut the fuck up. Alex, I reported all this stuff. Why it was happening. I said exactly what he was going to do. I said why you were lying. So am I just smarter than you? Are you just a bad judge of character? Or are you really this stupid? Were you fooled? Because that's not the flex you think it is. Are you a shithead con man? Or are you just retarded? Which is it? Pick one. Meanwhile, this is what our tax dollars is being spent on, y'all. This is what our government is putting out. All right, that's enough of that. Yeah. Making me hate AI, goddammit. Don't do that. Just cringe as fuck, but hey, I guess. Why not, huh? Meanwhile, July, the hottest month ever recorded in U.S. history since they began recording it. 96 degrees today in America. I wonder why. Wonder what could be happening that's causing it to be so hot. Probably nothing. It's probably just a coinky-dink, everybody. Meanwhile, the Science Academy access climate section from manual. So there's a manual they give out to federal judges so they can be educated on climate change when they make their rulings. Well, not anymore, baby. You don't need to be educated about climate change. Climate change is a hoax. Give me one example of climate change being real. I knew it. You couldn't do it. So, X, you don't need to know about that. And then everything we can do to make the problem worse, we make it worse. Trump imposes tariffs on key solar panel components. So this is American capitalism. We make it to where you can't buy stuff from other countries for cheap prices, right? We should be doing everything we can to encourage solar and wind. We should be doing everything we can to get off the oil standard, which gives our enemies in the Middle East more power over us. But nope, everything wrong. That's what we do. So more expensive solar for no fucking reason, because fuck you, America. I guess we'll all just boil alive in our skin. Meanwhile, did you guys hear about Katie Miller, Stephen Miller, slutty wife? And I'm not slut-shaming. I am not slut-shaming. I love sluts, okay? But it's the hypocrisy. It's the hypocrisy. So Katie Miller, Stephen Miller's midwife. So Eric Swalwell, Democrat. Katie out here saying how ugly Democrats are, and apparently she blowing every one of them. So I don't know. More hypocrisy, but I guess in her defense, this is when she was 22 and she was just fucking everybody. So, I ain't hating on it. You get it, Eric Swalwell. Meanwhile, guess who going to jail for? Oh, they deleted it. Guess who going to jail for Child porn, Lauren Boebert's son. You guys remember Representative Lauren Boebert, famous for giving hand jobs in high school movie theaters? Well, also she's famous for being family first. One of these family values people. One of these Republicans that teaches you how to raise kids right with good, strong Christian values. And what's that? Boebert's son arrested on felony child sex charges. What? Yeah, I'm shocked. U.S. Representative Lauren Boebert's son was arrested last week on 3 felony charges related to sexual exploitation of a child. Court records show Tyler Boebert, 21, was arrested in Garfield. You guys might remember he was arrested last year for robbing an old lady. So, yep, they're exactly the type of parents you would think they would be. But conservative Christians don't care about anything, so this is who they elect to represent them in their Christian values, just like they did Donald Trump. And then apparently they still try to pretend like Mitch McConnell's still alive. Mitch McConnell, I've been discharged from rehab. I don't know why they're claiming Mitch McConnell said that, because there's no proof that Mitch McConnell has said any of this shit. But apparently the hospital won't lie for Mitch McConnell anymore, so they're going to transfer him to his home. So in a month, they can announce he died peacefully in his bed or something. That's my guess. But anyway, they're still sticking with this canard, so they don't have to replace him. Meanwhile, this is all the Republican Party is about, y'all. So you guys know who Royce White is? Apparently he is a former NBA player who played like 1 game, scored 0 points. A failure, basically. Somebody who has nothing going for him. So he's like, hey, I know how I can make a lot of money. I know how I can get a bunch of attention for myself. I'll just start making fun of trans people. Yeah, that always works. And he's right. It does, folks. This is the gift that keeps on giving. This tired, hacky, same old bullshit every time. So there's been a bunch of hubbub in the WNBA about trans players. And you might be thinking, Dusty, are there trans players in the WNBA? No. But that's not stopping them from fear-mongering and freaking everybody out about it. First off, there was that basketball player, what's her name? Sophie Cunningham. You remember she's the famous one that was doing the pointing? Well, she came out and she said, trans women shouldn't be in the WNBA, even though they're not. And so next thing you know, this guy's like, I have a great idea how I can get a bunch of attention. I'm just going to do the same stupid trans shit that's been done forever. Anyway, here is his first press conference.
Offer you certainty. They give you gay bathhouses, and down in the Twin Cities, we have a 30% proficiency reading, writing, and math in the Twin Cities. 30%.
Okay. Then you need more money for education if that's true, not less. The same. They're like literally destroying the Department of Education, so you need to fund more, right? What do you think the problem is?
You give us transgender sex dolls before you give us reading proficiency, and you talk to me about 10 ability?
Nobody did that. What the they just make shit up. It doesn't matter. They just make shit up. They cut off your dick instead of giving you an English book. As soon as you walk in the classroom, they hold you down and they whack your dick off. That's what they do everywhere instead of teaching reading. No, they don't. What even is this?
Give me a break. I know Democrats in the building.
They give transgender dolls to children. No, they don't. Like, you guys just making this shit up. So then, next thing you know, he's like, I know how I can be even a bigger shithead and get attention for myself. This got 80,000 likes, folks. This still works. 80,000. This still works.
Oh, earlier this week, I made the announcement. I'm transgender. I'm a woman. I identify as sometimes identifying as a woman for purposes of basketball, professional basketball. So I'll be declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well. Well, I mean, I think I'd be unstoppable. You know, but I'm a team first guy. You know, I'm a pass first kind of player.
Look, I think I speak for almost everybody in the world when I say, do it! Please, look. If you are willing to get on hormone replacement therapy for 2 years, which is normally the standard in sports, if you are literally willing to do that, I 100% think you should be allowed to play in the WNBA. This guy, like, literally, think about it. If this guy was willing to take hormone replacement therapy for 2 years, this guy has earned it. That is more dedication than I guarantee you anybody in the WNBA is showing to it. And holy shit, I would actually finally watch a WNBA game because, as I've said multiple times before, sports are just entertainment. And trans women are far, far, far from ruining sports. In fact, in my opinion, trans women are the only thing that can save women's sports. The only way you're going to get me to watch women's sports is to have a dude like this take hormone replacement therapy and play some stupid fucking basketball. I want to see that shit. And you know who else would love that? The vast majority of the women in the WNBA. Do you know why? Because they'll make more money. Because they'll get more eyeballs if your dumbass takes fucking hormone replacement therapy for 2 years and then goes with your big old titties and tries to play some basketball against them. Everybody makes more money. So do it to it. Nobody's scared of that shit, but you won't. You're just trying to be a bigot, this tired old hacky shit that's been done to death. And Jesus, it's so cringe. Here he is on Clearly Gay, funded by Russian Spinny Johnson.
Well, Royce, welcome to the program. Oh, it looks like your wig arrived.
Yeah, it did come in the mail. You know, I didn't realize when you become trans, they give you like a $19.99 coupon from Transgender University of America. You get one wig, and you get a bone color Stanley Cup here. I think they say natural. We used to call it bone color in the male derivation.
Hilarious! He's so funny. This is why there's no good conservative comedians. Usually, like comedy, it's about telling people the truth in surprising ways, and you got to kind of be intelligent for that. And what's not funny is the same hacky shit that's been done for 1,000, 10,000 years, like this is. Like putting on a wig. 10,000 years ago, some dude put straw on his head and was like, I'm gay, to make fun of gay people, all right? It's not because I lack a sense of humor. I literally tell jokes for a living. It's not because I'm upset, because why would anybody be upset by such a fucking dumbass retard, right? It's that it's just not funny. It's just hacky and been done to death, so it's just so fucking cringe, but they don't care. They'll just say, are you triggered? That's all he fucking got. Literally just the dumbest sacks of shit. Meanwhile, the biggest new controversy over on Fox News, they can't talk about the economy because that's bad. They can't talk about Trump's approval ratings because that's bad. They can't talk about the Iran war because that's unpopular. So what can we make old people scared of today? WNBA is the WNBA, y'all. And white women in the WNBA assaulted by the darkies. Okay, y'all, you're not going to fucking believe this, but they are targeting white women simply because they're Trump supporters and they're white in the WNBA. I shit you not. Fox News all over it, pretending like they care about the WNBA.
Targeting Sophie Cunningham, and I don't care if the player's white or black, it does not matter. When you do this to somebody, this is horrible for the league. Obviously, this was done because Sophie Cunningham stood up for women, saying that men shouldn't play against women in sports because there is obviously a chromosome advantage, just like you see with steroids, a chemical advantage. And I'll leave it here. Serena Williams, I saw this clip.
So, same thing they always do. They immediately have to play the victim about everything, right? She came out against trans people. Apparently, she's MAGA, which I don't give a shit about. But flagrant fouls are part of sports, right? You see that NBA all the fucking time. Way, way more brutal flagrant fouls than she has ever received. No one ever said, "Oh my God, they just flagrantly fouled LeBron James because they don't like his titty shoes," whatever. Like they don't ever say that. They just making shit up to scare the old people with, and all day long with this shit. Here's James Althemar, Florida Attorney General, threatening to put people in jail for fouling on the basketball court, y'all. This is where we're at now. Florida's Attorney General responds to vicious foul. Indiana, look, it's not even a vicious foul. This is just a normal flagrant foul, right? But eternal victims, always, forever. That's conservatism for you folks. And Riley Gaines also known as Riley Loses. This is indisputably because she said men have no place in women's sports. Literally, it is not indisputable. I guarantee you none of those women who fouled her gave a shit about this. They probably agree with her. Just so stupid. The self-proclaimed social justice warrior feel violence toward dissenters is just, nobody thinks violence towards her is justified. It's just a basketball game. It's so stupid. Lies, lies, and of course, Fox News all day with it.
Megan Rapinoe, of all people, is saying this should happen in all sports. Well, that's nice, Megan, because you're now safely retired after you got your endorsements and your Presidential Medal of Freedom from Joe Biden. This should not happen. It is a chemical advantage, and therefore Sophie Cunningham is making common sense, and she is paying for it literally with her physical being at this point.
But Anita, I can't help but think that this goes beyond just her standing up for women in women's sports, because before they were targeting Sophie Cunningham, they were targeting Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin Clark hasn't weighed in on the transgender sports issue at all.
What is
her big, I guess, problem was that she was, in my estimation, white and straight and really good at basketball. And they were going after her, too. So I don't even know if we can put this in the category of, oh, they're mad that Sophie spoke out. This seems much more targeted to me at this point. I wish that weren't the case, but...
Because she's white! They racist against white people in the WNBA, guys. That's poor white people. God damn it! When are white people finally going to get ahead of once? I am so tired of the oppression towards white people. It's so tough being me, god damn it. Oh, I wish I was black so bad. God damn it, why could I not be born black? Said no white person ever. Meanwhile, breaking in a brutal moment, Kim Paxton rally was just interrupted by an attendee mad about Paxton Epstein-style deal for child predators.
So I'm going to do a little something different tonight. I've never done this. It's kind of risky. Kind of risky. We are going to do USA.
Yeah! They're literally chanting USA to drown out a guy asking him why he let a pedophile go. That is the most American thing I can fucking think of. A whole crowd chanting USA so that their corrupt politician doesn't have to answer questions about why he lets pedophiles out of prison. Makes sense to me, the guardians of pedophile USA! And what could be more USA than this? Meanwhile, speaking of scumbags, Kim Paxton, you guys remember I showed you this a couple weeks ago, July 4th. Kim Paxton was over in Europe with his mistress. She has 7 kids by multiple men, and they met when they were both married. But family values. Here's how not to act when you get caught on camera with your mistress. Walk the opposite direction. Just walk away. And she's like, don't turn to the camera. Let's just walk opposite directions of each other. We don't know each other. Yeah, very, very smooth. It's like that Coldplay concert. So then he gets asked about it. He's like, what? Don't you think that you should have been campaigning instead of going on vacation? Didn't mention the mistress, but that's what he's talking about. He's calling him out for going on vacation with his mistress. And here's this lame-ass answer.
You set it up there. James Talrico had a 3-month head start on you essentially because of the runoff election. Given that, do you have any regrets of going on a vacation in the summer when you probably needed to be back in Texas to help start getting the Republicans together?
No, I had to see my daughter and my granddaughter.
Yeah, I had to see my daughter and my granddaughter. Why do you hate children? I mean, yes, I went to Europe with my mistress and had nothing to do with my kids at all, but it was about my children. No, it wasn't. Lazy-eyed bitch. Damn. Once again, I love hearing them talk about how bad shit is in Texas when they've been in power for 30 years.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about the plan. So the first thing we want to do is we want to give a $25,000 tax deduction for all medical expenses and premiums.
Anyway, he's like, healthcare costs are crushing families across Texas. It shouldn't be this hard to get the care you need. Yeah, I like how Texas Republicans pretend like they haven't been in power for 30 years. They literally run every branch of government in Texas, and they have for 30 years. So they're like, hey, everything's super shit right now. You can't afford health care. You can't feed your kids. I know we've been in power for 30 years, but just give us 30 more, and I promise it's going to be good this time. And they're like, trans. I got to vote for this guy because trans. Yep. Dumbest motherfuckers on earth, Texas. And that's coming from a Mississippian. Texas makes Florida thankful. And yes, as James Tellerico says, y'all control Texas for 30 years, but it doesn't matter. Barely sentient humans living in Texas. And this just goes to show you there's no reason to argue with conservatives. There's no reason to debate them because their words don't mean anything to them. They don't care what the truth is. They can literally ask you for a citation. You can give them the citation right there, and they will pretend like you didn't even say a fucking word because they don't actually give a shit.
The reality is, call for the termination of the Constitution? He did not call for the termination. A massive fraud of this type actually allows the termination of all rules, regulations, articles. Cite for me one time.
He's literally citing it. As the guy's asking him to cite it, he's quoting Donald Trump word for word as the guy's asking for a citation.
Where Donald Trump called for the termination of the Constitution.
Here's what Donald Trump said. A massive fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. Unequivocal, he said that, quoting it, but Ram Smarmy doesn't care.
I'm reading it to you right now. He's never called for the termination of the Constitution. Massive fraud of this type magnitude. But here's what I believe. I'm going to answer this question before I go to the next interview. Well, what I do believe is that there's the projection of the people who do call for the termination of the Constitution and their behaviors want to take the decisions away from the voters. And never in American history have we seen the wielding of prosecutorial power.
100% what Donald Trump is doing. You just described him. But it doesn't matter. They don't care. No reason to talk to them. And last but not least, over there on the Chud Wars, I agree with this one. I should have played this earlier. Don't tell me what you believe. Show me how you treat others, people. And I'll tell you what you believe. And that's a good quote. I agree with James. I have a similar quote. Don't tell me what you believe. Let me observe what you do. And I will tell you what you believe. Because there's two different things. There's what people say they believe, and then there's what they do. And what they do is what they actually believe. Your actions tell on you. That's why you can tell conservatives don't actually believe in Jesus. They tell themselves they do, but their actions prove they don't behave anything like he ordered them to behave, so they don't actually fuck. If they actually believed it, they'd be terrified to behave this way. So, fakes! That's the lot of them, and that is my Chud Watch. And all right, I got a Trash World, a Free Palestine combo coming up. Got a couple of religious bullshits and then some Beyond Parody to finish you guys off with before we do the after party. So get your super chats in, folks. Don't leave me hanging. I will read it in my sexy ass voice. But for now, let's do some Trash World Free Palestine. Trash World Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
And first up, ICE, apparently ICE. We just paid $2 billion for ICE to get body cameras all over them. And now they say they're only going to release the footage when it supports them, because of course they are, folks. They're always going to use it against us. When the cameras show that they're murdering innocent people in the streets, we'll never see that. But when the cameras make us look bad, or where they can spin it, where they can edit the footage to make it look like we deserve whatever the fuck we got, that's when they'll release it. ICE is moving to equip officers with body cameras in the next 2 months, but the agency's policies give it broad control over what footage will be made public by specifying any releases must be in its best interest. That's not how any of this is supposed to work. That's the opposite of why you're supposed to have body cameras, right? But doesn't matter, folks. We are ruled, and they're not shy about letting you know it. Then, rich dickhead in Texas, finally, Trump is affecting him, and now he cares. Look at this shithead.
How do I feel? I feel totally betrayed. I mean, you never think, or I never thought a guy like me would ever be involved in anything like this.
You hear? I never thought this was going to affect me. I thought he was going to fuck over the poor people and the brown. Didn't he know I was white? I don't understand.
8 officers, ICE agents, swarmed Jasmine, detained her. didn't tell us why, and rustled her off into a car. No explanation was given. I was just in total disbelief. Nothing like this has ever happened to me. You know, I have several businesses.
That's white privilege. Holy shit. It never even fucking occurred to them. That's how white people are, man. These white MAGAs, it never even enters their fucking mind that anything will happen to me because I'm white. This whole society literally built for me. When I go out, it's like I'm floating on a magic carpet. Every door opens for me. Everybody treats me like a god. I can't believe it. Yep. Here's your comeuppance, dickhead. Meanwhile, your weekly dose of ACAB. And man, it's so scary to live in this fucking country, y'all, especially if you're like a woman. These cops can do anything to you, and you just have to fucking let them or they'll kill you, right? Case in point, this very scared young woman out on the back road with a cop, and like cops have like they murder people. There's a cop on trial right now, or on the death penalty, who used his badge to kidnap somebody and murder them. They do this all the fucking time. They kidnap you and they rape you. You never know what's gonna fucking happen. So it's terrifying. Imagine how terrified this young lady is.
Not resist. Do not resist.
I need to call Mama.
No. Stop.
But I need to... Stop. What am I doing? Oh, no.
Stop.
Excuse me. Oh, my God. This is illegal.
One resisting.
I need to call my mama.
I don't give a... Turn around.
Turn
around.
This is illegal.
Turn
Punch
around.
in her face as hard as you can. You know he's beat women before.
You cannot punch me.
But he can. He can kill you. And they won't do anything to him.
I need to call my mama.
Turn around. I'll punch you again if you don't turn around. Who said I can't punch you in your face?
Somebody call my mama. Help
Turn around.
It's America, folks. It's a nightmare state. And all the fucking faggots. That's what you are. You're faggots. With your don't tread on me fucking flags. Supporting this shit. Because you're bottom bitches. You'll bend the fuck over and you'll spread your cheeks and you'll take that dick deep up in your guts and then you'll thank them. You'll thank them for fucking you because you're a faggot. All of you MAGAs. A whole crew of cucked faggots. I usually don't use that word, but goddamn if it's not appropriate in this fucking case. Fucking pussy ass bitches. The weakest among us. And another scary story in America. A chilling costume and eerie warning. A teen dressed as a clown and then went and stabbed an elderly man to death. If it'll load at a bus stop. Dude just sitting at the bus stop minding his own business. And then this fucking incel piece of shit. I'm looking for you, he said. He was walking around neighborhoods looking for somebody to kill. And I guess he went and found an innocent man at a bus stop and murdered him. So America, it looked like a scene from a horror movie. A figure dressed in a baggy black and red clown outfit, their face partially covered, approaching a Ring camera late night. Anyway, yeah, he murdered somebody. That's the long and short of that one. Meanwhile, bad life decisions for $1,000. You guys hear about the MAGA queen who lost her crown by posting the N-word? And is she white? You don't look white to me. You might want to say the racial slurs. Anyway, she repeatedly said racial slurs on social media. They came back to haunt her. Ex-Miss North Carolina, USA, Brittany Bolton House believes she was stripped of her title because of political stance. Of course, she's playing the victim. She's saying it's because I'm MAGA, but no, it's because you said the N-word, and it's a private pageant that doesn't want to be associated with racist. And they have that right. You know, if you're representing them, they don't really want somebody who has a bunch of N-words out there. And so that's how fucking capitalism is supposed to work, right? If you're bad for the company, they get rid of you. Meanwhile, in the Free Palestine section, John Fetterman. His interview with Jon Stewart being released in sections. Latest section got released, and Jon Stewart asked him about the genocide of the Palestinian people. And what do you think? Does he support it or not?
Why does Israel get to decide?
Well, the defining question is, does Israel engage in a genocide?
In Palestine? Well, according to the people that define those things, yes.
Okay, well, and I strongly disagree with that. By definition, that wasn't a genocide.
By definition, it was a genocide. By definition of the guy who coined the phrase of what a genocide is, it fits completely fucking perfect with the goddamn definition of what a genocide is. And all the international groups say it is. All the civil rights groups say it is. All the bodies who have studied this say it is.
The Jewish community actually experienced a true genocide for that. Now, if Israel's goal was to eliminate, as many Palestinians as possible, they could have accomplished that in a long time ago. For that, they were not engaging in a genocide.
Just because you're killing a group slowly doesn't mean you're not killing a group. Just because you could do it faster.
No. That was the terrible the collateral, of an urban war that forced Israel to fight behind because Hamas was holding their hostages and refused to disarm and send our people back home.
I think they've killed like 1,200 Palestinians since the ceasefire.
Yeah, I mean, most of them were killing Hamas leadership. And I think that's necessary. When you have people that were responsible for organizing 10-7, it's like, I think
he literally doesn't know a single person that was killed. He doesn't know a single one of those 1,200 people that Jon Stewart just mentioned. He doesn't know a single one of those was Hamas, but he does not give a shit. Literally just the worst demons on the fucking planet. I cannot wish more pain and suffering on John Fetterman. Now, I don't want anybody to hurt John Fetterman. I'm completely against violence. I just hope natural cause. I hope he gets some kind of fucking bone cancer, some kind of rotting flesh disease, and I hope, God damn it, he is screaming and suffering in so much fucking pain, so he gets a tiny fucking ounce of the karma he has delivered upon other people. Just the worst fucking sacks of shit. And it's so bad for Israel now. Even Ben Shapiro trying to distance himself, y'all. This is fucking hilarious. Here's this latest interview with Bill O'Reilly.
The first thing is that researching you, I go back to, there's almost a constant theme that you are a defender of Israel and Judaism. Would that be true?
Right, he is. That's one of his main platforms. He continuously defends Israel and Judaism. He wears that little stupid hat on his head the whole fucking time. That's his whole bag, baby. So obviously, he's going to admit it. He's going to be like, yeah, I'm proud to be known as one of the world's most foremost defenders of Israel. Somebody needs to stand up for the Holy Land. And God damn it, I am honored that God has chosen me to do this for my people. No, that's not what he said.
I mean, it's certainly true that I defend Israel against people who would wish to destroy it. And it's certainly true that I'm a defender of Judaism because I'm an Orthodox Jew. I would not say that that is my predominant characteristic in the American public landscape. Obviously, I've been commenting on American politics. Virtually none.
He seems offended. He's like, I like Israel, but that's not what I'm known for, Bill O'Reilly. I don't fucking lump me in with that shit. Hilarious to watch. Meanwhile, good news, everybody. Apparently, zombie psycho child murderer Joe Biden is in immense pain. Hooray! Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, Dusty, are you really wishing pain and suffering on Joe? Yeah, yes! Obviously, one of the most evil human beings who ever lived, who facilitated the genocide of tens of thousands of fucking children. Nobody, maybe except for Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu, deserves to suffer more than zombie sack of shit Joe Biden. And also, while I'm at it, fuck Hunter Biden. For some reason, the left has decided to make a hero out of Hunter Biden. They're pushing this motherfucker on our social media, Blue MAGA. That's all you ever see. Like they're trying to push him for some kind of political job or some shit. Fuck this guy. God damn it. Like, unless he's willing to speak out against the mass child murder his dad caused, unless he's going to stand up in any way whatsoever, fuck him. And you know he's not going to. All he does is whitewash it. All he does is cover for his child murdering sack of shit father. So fuck this guy. Reminds me of Stormy Daniels. When the left kept telling me that Stormy Daniels was such a hero. And I was like, what? No, yeah, Stormy Daniels. She's shitting all over Donald Trump right now. She's base. And I'm like, wait a minute. So Stormy Daniels, who had sex with Donald Trump for free, which is gross as fuck. Then she took a bribe from Donald Trump for having sex with him behind the under the table. And then she could have come out and revealed what happened and potentially kept Donald Trump from being president, kept all this shit from happening, but she didn't. She took the money and sold out the entire fucking country. So now we have unending fascism and a collapse of our society, and she's supposed to be a fucking hero. Miss me with that stupid goddamn shit. And same with this motherfucker. Needs to smoke more crack and die. Meanwhile, over at Harvard, heroes, every one of them. A Harvard law student stood up to Anthony Blinken, called him the fuck out for his support of genocide and child murder, and his answer was not great.
My question has to starts off with, in April 2024, USAID concluded that Israel was blocking aid to Palestinians in Gaza. But despite this, the next month in May, you told Congress, quote, "We do not currently assess that the Israeli government is prohibiting or otherwise restricting aid," which allowed continued weapons supply to Israel, which was overriding your own experts. You had opportunities to distance yourself and your administration from arming Israel, which has committed what leading Holocaust scholars and human rights agencies call a genocide. You rejected them and continued arming Israel. This is your legacy. How do you justify to the countless Palestinians, including thousands of children, that died, from your decisions?
Yes, of course. You couldn't be, and I wouldn't be human if I didn't ask myself every day, could we have done things differently? On the Israeli side, the trauma was such that I believe the determination across that society to take the actions that they took in Gaza was such that irrespective of what we did, they would have continued to do what they did.
So he's making the argument that it doesn't matter that I armed them. It doesn't matter that I provided them the weapons that they murdered children. I can't be to blame for that because they were going to do it anyway, regardless if I provided them the arms or not. That's not a good excuse. Hey, yes, I gave the rapist a condom before he raped the woman. Okay, he was going to rape her anyway. Okay, I could have stopped him, but I didn't do it, but he was going to do it anyway. That's not a good excuse, dude.
And cutting off arms, sure, that was an option. But I don't actually believe that, at least in the near term, it would have changed things.
If they didn't have the arms, then they couldn't have killed as many people. Like, I'm so tired, guys.
And I also believe it would have led to an even wider war. I do remain with a question in my mind about why barely a word was spoken in all those months about Hamas, which was an actor too, and is responsible.
What about Hamas? I had to do genocide because of Hamas. Just goddamn it, I wish there was a hell. I so wish you would burn for eternity. Man, you're lucky atheism is true. And last but not least, another hero calling out the BBC for their complicity in the genocide.
So on that note, I just want to say free Palestine and the genocide and the BBC is complicit.
All right, we're here to talk about A-level results.
BBC is complicit.
All right, thank you for your thoughts. We're here to talk about A-level results today. Gaza, a whole different subject.
I know you're here to talk about something else, but I'm going to use this platform to call you out for supporting genocide because that's what's really important. I don't give a fucking shit what you want to talk about. I know you want to change the subject. I know you want to do a fluff piece, but you're goddamn child murderers, the worst sacks of shit on earth, so fuck you and fuck your goddamn network, you stupid cunt. And that is my Free Palestine Trash World combo for this evening. And all right, we got a religious bullshit, followed by a few Beyond Parodies, where we go do our after party. If you don't have your ticket to the after party, get your ticket, folks. PayPal.com for seeing bigger amounts, but Patreon, you know what Patreon is? Patreon is where you choose to donate a couple bucks to the show so I can keep the lights on. So you get a ticket to the after party. That's the bonus. The show after the show, it's way better than this shit. I'm just phoning it in now. I really turn that shit on for the after party. Okay? So get your ticket out of the after party. Appreciate you. Patreon.com, cultofdusty. And all right, we're along. Let's do a little bit of religious bullshit. You're never gonna believe it. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It is time for religious bullshit. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you ain't never gonna believe it.
They finally caught one, and this time, there it goes. It was a school teacher, and the rules of the show say that school teachers are just youth pastors with extra steps. So this time, it was a youth pastor. What do I got? Nothing. I've deleted all my whats. I'm useless. I've got no whats at all. 0 whats in this folder. I've deleted every what I have. All right, fuck my life. What?
The Dusty Show? Really? He's funny as fuck, Jerry.
Then Dusty says, "You'll never believe it. They finally caught one, and it's always a youth pastor."
Just what the fuck are you talking about?
What? All right, close enough. First off, Christian school teacher charged with enticing a child. A former Barrington Christian Academy teacher and coach accused of inappropriate conduct with a student is now facing federal charges. Dude, no woman on earth wants to have sex with you, especially a child. Jesus. Imagine thinking any human being on the earth would ever want to touch you. Enjoy prison. Maybe the prisoners will. Mississippi priest in my neck of the woods, I guess he was just training, gets 15 years on child porn charges. A seminarian in Nesbitt, Mississippi. I used to go to a school outside there. Has been sentenced to serve 15 years in prison after being convicted of 1 count of child sexual exploitation. Jonathan Tu Nguyen Vuong has been convicted of 1 charge of child exploitation. 25 years. Damn, there are some bad life decisions. And of course, since I missed a show, multiple pastor pleads guilty to child sex charges, child porn charges. A former Madison County councilman who was on the run for 2 years after facing charges of child molestation is now pleading guilty to those charges. Stephen Sumner has entered a guilty plea in Grant County Superior Court for charges of child pornography possession, rape, and child molestation. Anymore? Yep. Maryland Catholic deacon arrested in child sex sting. A Hartford County man has been arrested and charged with 2 counts of sexual solicitation of a minor. So, once again, always the one you most expect. Meanwhile, who remembers Tight Shirt Kent Christmas? Woo, he back, y'all, and he got a great message. So you guys know how God is all-loving. He loves all his children. Each and every one of us, we are special to him. But also, he about to murder us all, at least according to Kent Christmas.
In fact, the Lord said there's such a wave of the anointing of God coming that it's going to hit Congress, it's going to hit the White House, and the days are going to come, saith the Lord, that I'm going to mute the mouth of the evil one, and those that have made covenant with the devil, I'm going to remove them. And the Lord said that it's a wave not just of judgment, but God said also, when the glory of the Lord is released, he said death is going to hit the wicked kingdom. And he said the gallows that have been built to hang the gospel on are going to be reversed. And God said, I'm going to reverse it, and I'm going to hang those that built it on their own judgment.
Man, he talking about lynching people. And the audience of Christians is like, woo, yeah! I can't wait till Jesus comes back and lynches all our enemies. Did you guys read a single fucking word he said? Jesus. But they're just evil as shit, right? The fakest people on earth. They're just psychopaths who will use any excuse for murder and death. It's a death call. Meanwhile, talk about the worst example to prove God exists you can possibly think of. Here's our vice president sharing with you a very real supernatural event that convinced him there is a God.
It was very incremental. I've never had an epiphany, Kaylee, though I've certainly had these moments where I felt the presence of God. I talk, for example, about this, moment that I had at a conference where a friend and I were talking about Christianity and talking about Catholicism. And there was this moment where a glass fell off the wall at the point of our conversation where, I think an atheist would dismiss that as, oh, who cares? A glass fell off the wall.
Right. A logical, rational person. Things vibrate, glasses fall. End of story, right?
But at that moment, it felt like God was trying to send me a message. You have these little moments like...
Guess what, Shady Vance? Facts don't care about your feelings. No matter how much it felt like God talking to you, that doesn't mean God talked to you, okay? Vibrations caused the glass to fall. Gravity brought it to the ground. End of fucking story, dickhead. But this is why we can't have nice things, because the biggest fucking idiots rule us. And that is my religious bullshit for this evening, folks. Hell yeah! And all right, we got one more. We got a Beyond Parody. We got like 3 or 4 Beyond Parodies. No heroes tonight. So this is it, folks. Last chance. Are you not entertained? Throw a couple coins to your Witcher. I got the hair to prove it. Look at this. But last but not least, finish you guys off with a happy ending. Here's your weekest reach around. Wrong. And first up, under that's Beyond Parody. The nastiest motherfuckers rule us, y'all. Did you guys see Pete Cake's breath wipe his nose with his hands and then rub the snot in his hair? Jesus fucking Christ.
And the first C-17.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
First C-17.
Oh my God! Gross! Oh my God! It's like sometimes you just need a little shit in your hair. That's what I'm gonna do, folks. I'm gonna out Pete Cake's breath, like something about Mary. I shouldn't have done that. I'm already having enough hair problems as it is. Whatever. What is wrong with these people? And secondly, Beyond Parody. As I pointed out on the last show, some people starting to suspect Donald Trump might occasionally be wearing a wig.
We have big things happening with the midterms, and this state, you have no tax and tips. They will overturn that. They didn't vote for.
I don't know, folks. Maybe it's hair powder, maybe it's extension, but these are 2 days apart. This is what he looked like, and now here's what he's look like. I'm just saying, hairpiece or something. Hairpiece. He starting to get embarrassed. He's superficial about how bald this motherfucker is. I don't know how you're rich and still bald at the same time. I'm poor as fuck, and I bought hair. But anyway, the internet noticed, and a little bit of mockery. There was a little bit of mockery, like this one.
Look, excuse me, this is not a wig, okay? It's my mother's hair, so it's mine. She wanted me to have it, okay? So now I need my MAGA cult of idiots. I need the idiots to go out and tell everybody that me wearing a wig is, frankly, me not wearing a wig.
That's right. It's always the opposite day. It's super cool, and apparently it runs in the family.
A very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him?
Okay, it's real. I see it now. It can't be fake if it's genetic. So, and I'm jealous. Once again, top level hairline. And that.
We basically have 2 countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Later. I hope he ducks the helicopter blades. That's definitely going to get your haircut, Trump.
We basically.
Did you guys see that Kristi Noem unveiled a new statue? The statue, of course, was her with a horse. You guys remember when she spent, I'm not even making this up, spent more money than the Avengers movie, shooting an ad where she's riding horses out in the mountains. So, of course, they made her a statue, I guess, to celebrate all her success. Oh, cringe. Oh, it's a horse. Wonder how much money they wasted on that shit. And apparently there were some other statues that were also revealed at the same event. Like this one. Oh, that's more out. That's more out. No! But, very accurate. I got to say, the accuracy, A for effort on that one. And cricket. This one. What? Okay, I can see that. To be honest with you, I see this one. Now, that is more realistic than the horse. I guess we're getting a divorce, but damn, pretty good. Sexy. And then there's this one. I like this one as much, though. Pretty good, but not the best. It's fine. I give it a C-. Not as good as the other one, to be honest. And then, all right, that's it. That was the last one. I'll just show you guys this one. Woo! We fucking did it, guys! Another successful episode of the world's greatest show. What time is it? Oh, 10:24. We did overtime. Who loves overtime? If you love overtime, reward me for overtime. Hook a brother up. Did a long show, been a short shows for the last couple weeks, but we finally did it, folks. And Buddha Dusta. Oh, yeah. Buddha Dusta. Yeah. Says after Allah. Yep. I'd be a great preacher, y'all. I could do that all fucking day long. I wouldn't. I love you, Dusty, but God is going to reverse a bring it on, God. And your sexy ass cum gutters. Thank you for the 2-hour show. Can you tell Chloe, go to sleep? She has school tomorrow. Go to sleep, Chloe. Your parent loves you, though, so ha ha. Keep it up, Dusty. I will, Zaprom. You keep it up. You fucking rock. Love me some Zaprom. And new member, Sinful Solution, wants to hang out tonight at the after party. And who can blame you? You're obviously very handsome and smart. You too can hang out. $2.99 a month. Get your Dust Buddy. You get customized emojis. Okay, is that it? All right, let me check the PayPal real quick. PayPal.com is a great way to support the show. PayPal.com. cultofdusty2@gmail.com is my PayPal.com. So if you want to support the show, send bigger amounts of money. PayPal, a great way to do that. I would very much appreciate it. And just log in. It does make it hard to log in for some reason. I don't know why they make it. You have to do this fucking 10 times. I don't know why you have to do this 10 times to get to work. It's still not working. All right, get the fuck off there, you stupid motherfucker. All right. Juan Campos. Juan Campos gave me $20. Thank you, Juan. Very generous. That was the day. Fuck yeah, Juan. You rock. And Vincent, yesterday, Vincent gave me $10. Fucking awesome, Vincent. Randall Brush gave me, that was a couple days ago, I read that. Gave me $20. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And that was the only ones I got. Goods and service, thank you. Appreciate you, Juan. And check out. Thank you. Both of you, I appreciate you. And if you guys want to send bigger amounts, please send them through PayPal, paypal.com. And also, hate to beg for money, but this is the only way I make money off the show. I don't like that. So, PayPal, Patreon, hook a brother up. And all right, we're going to play a song to get us out of here fucking tonight, folks. Another song from my soon-to-be hit show that I'm still working on, I'm still working on, Bad Influence. I got all the bots working on it, so we'll see. This one tonight, folks, let me see what I'm going to play. I think I'm going to play a song called Crown the Motherfucker. After party coming up next, folks. The rest of you, I'll see you on Wednesday. I love the shit out of you guys. Have a good evening. That is a commandment. Good night, everybody. Love you. No link to the after show. Okay, I'll put it up there. I'll just do a public for right now because I fucked up. I didn't put it where I was supposed to put it, so I'll just share it for everybody. Everybody gets the after party tonight. There you go.
Through the fire, through the pressure, through the moment made to break. You stood taller, fought harder, and took everything at stake. No surrender, no retreating.
Go ahead and post it right now.
No excuses, no disguise. You face the final challenge with a warrior in your eyes. Let the drums shake the ground, let the victory bell sound. There is one name that rules this night. Crown the motherfucker. Raise the banner high. Crown the motherfucker. Let the whole world testify. They came, they saw, they conquered. They stood and won the fight. Crown the motherfucker.
California. Love you. I miss Green Ghost, he said.
Every scar became a lesson.
I didn't read the super chat. Let me look. Thank you for the second 2-hour show. I did read that. I said Chloe, go to bed. I did that. Oh, another one. Hell yeah, you're watching Dusty Show. Woo! Fuck yeah, Green Ghost.
Now the glory has begun. You didn't ask for recognition. You went out and fucking won. Let the doubters bow their heads. Let the faithful.
The link is there now. Go look.
You earned this place of honor. You earned the right to stand. No fear, no chains, no doubt remains. One heart, one name. The ruler of the game.
Thank you, whole lot of Rich. You are very observant. Have good taste.
Crown the motherfucker. Raise the banner high. Crown the motherfucker. Let creation testify. You came, you saw, you conquered. You stood and won the fight. Crown the motherfucker. The king of the universe tonight. All hail the champion!
Switch over now, motherfuckers. Crown the motherfucker. Raise